All right, what is up everyone? I'm so excited. Who is excited to learn how to sell on Amazon on this training right now? Who's excited to learn how to quit their 9-to-5 job, fire their boss, and really make this work selling on Amazon? If you're excited right now to learn exactly how to do that, I want you to send a chat right now to our live chat that says the word yes, because I'm pumped up, guys. And the reason I'm so excited today is because I want to welcome you, an official welcome to the last Amazon FBA training that you will ever need to attend, because today we're going to talk about how to make a massive amount of money selling on Amazon once and for all. And before we begin, I want to extend a massive thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys, because I can see that we have an absolutely packed house on the training right now, and I see a ton of messages coming into the chat from you guys who are super fired up to do this. So what are you actually going to learn on this training, right? You're going to learn how Ben and Matt and Oksana went from nothing, right? Complete beginners, zero knowledge, never sold anything in their entire lives, to creating massive Amazon empires, right? Look at Ben right here. He made over $103,000 in just 30 days. Or Matt made $150,000 in just 30 days as well, right? And Matt used to be a helicopter pilot in the Marines. He wanted to spend more time with his family, right? They were having a new daughter, and so he went all in on Amazon from a complete beginner, and in a very short amount of time made over $150,000 in just 30 days. Or Oksana, right? I could talk about Oksana all day. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. You can see that she made over $511,000 in just a single month from scratch, from a complete beginner on Amazon. So it is possible, guys, and you are going to learn how Ben and how Matt and how Oksana did exactly that and created their Amazon empires from scratch on this training. So on this training, I'm going to make a super bold claim. And if you've ever seen me, on YouTube, social media, TV, if you've come to one of my live events or wherever you've seen me from, you know that I am incredibly serious about always backing up what I say with proof and real value. And I'm going to guarantee you that if you stay until the end of this training today, I will prove to you that anyone, anywhere, from any country on this earth can earn a full-time income on Amazon if they're willing to put the work in and use our simple system that has been proven by literally thousands of students who have absolutely tremendous success. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to prove to you that anyone can create a successful Amazon FBA business completely from scratch, even if they have no experience whatsoever with Amazon. They've never sold a product in their entire lives on the internet. They have literally absolutely no technical skill whatsoever, and they can barely even use a computer, which sometimes I feel like is myself. And so let me know where you guys are from. I want to make this super interactive and fun. I don't want this to be just a boring PowerPoint presentation. You're here because you want to be. You're here because you're smart, and you're here because you're ready to make some serious money selling on Amazon. And with me today, I have my wonderful assistant, Katie, online helping me out in the chat right now. And you're going to be messaging directly with her while I'm teaching. So don't go too hard on her, guys. She's just mainly here to support and answer questions. So save the tough questions for me later on or inside of our family group, so we don't put too much pressure on Katie today. So let me know where you are from right now in the chat box. I see we have a lot of people on here on this training today from England. We have Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. I love the international presence we have right now, which is a fun fact, too. Some of our most successful students, the people who are making 6 figures or more every single month, right, are international, actually. We have a lot of people from the USA as well watching right now. So I just want to genuinely thank every single one of you guys. None of what I've been able to do over this past 16 months would have been possible without you beautiful people. So I'm going to do my absolute best to add massive value for you guys over the next hour or so. So who is this for? If you are serious about creating a long-term business the right way, and what I mean by that is automated and scalable, right? The wrong way is working for money. And what I mean by that is trading an hour of your life, right? You only live once. Trading an hour of your life for a dollar amount, working for $10 an hour, $20 an hour, $30 an hour, where you're directly exchanging your time for money, right? So who is this for? If you're a doer, we're not talking about if you're a talker or a thinker, if you're just dabbling or playing around or looking for some hobby. We're talking about people who are really ready to invest in themselves and their businesses, and who are ready to change their lives and create passive income streams so that they can do the important things in life, like spend time with their friends and family and travel the world, and most importantly, do whatever the heck you want to do every day all day for the rest of your life. And most importantly, guys, if you're not satisfied with the average normal life and you know that you deserve more. You personally, your family, right, your friends, you deserve more. And you deserve something that is not average and normal. You deserve the best life you can possibly have. So if any of those things sound like you, then this training is going to be exactly what you need, right? And we're going to go deep into exactly how you can do all of the things that I just mentioned using the power of Amazon. Because Amazon is so massive right now, it's ridiculous. There's never been a better time to get involved with Amazon FBA, with selling on Amazon. Jeff Bezos right now is the richest person in the world. And you know he's the richest person in the world for a very specific reason, right? And because Amazon has completely changed my life, I love, more than anything, changing other people's lives as well. That's what makes me happy. That's what makes me feel fulfilled. And so I want to give something back. So if you stay until the very end of the webinar today, you're going to get 2 exclusive bonuses available nowhere else. First, I'm going to show you guys a product, a real product that I currently sell on Amazon right now, today, that makes me $30,000 per month, right? Not per year, guys, per month, $30,000. And I'm still not done yet, guys, because I want to give you so much value. I really want to make this fun. So I'm going to prove to you that work isn't always just something that you have to do, right? That literally it's possible to create an Amazon business, to create a passive income stream, and to also have fun doing it, right? So I'm going to give you also, in addition to showing you a real product that I actually currently sell that generates $30,000 a month like clockwork, I'm also going to give you guys a 100% free, fully built, pre-built out Amazon FBA funnel, right? Funnels are the future, guys. Websites are deprecated. They're old. Funnels are how people are making themselves into millionaires, into, people who are very financially well off and beyond, right? Funnels are the way that I've been able to create such a large business in such a short amount of time. And I have literally generated over $3 million in just a short few months using funnels. And I'm going to give you guys 100% free, pre-built, ready to use today, an Amazon FBA funnel that I currently use that you can use to sell any product on Amazon starting today. And so our system is programmed, guys, to know if you stay until the end of the training today, and if you do, you're going to get to see a real product that I currently sell and a completely free pre-built Amazon funnel and one last very special surprise, which I'm going to keep secret for now and reveal at the very end. So this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. So I want to fly through this, so we can get into the training and really give you guys as much value as possible. But I think, if you're here, most of you know who I am. But really quickly, for those of you who are here and don't know who I am, my name is Kevin David. I'm the CEO and founder of multiple 7-figure e-commerce businesses, Amazon FBA private labels, and I'm the creator of one of the fastest growing YouTube channels and the largest Amazon FBA community in the entire world. There's over 95,000 beautiful ninjas inside of that group, which is crazy. It feels like I created that group yesterday, and there's almost 100,000 of us, which is insane. So thank you guys so much. And I'm also a mentor and coach to hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs and students around the world who are also crushing Amazon FBA, guys. And my life goal, right, is to free as many people from the corporate 9-to-5 drone life as possible. That is literally my purpose on this earth, because it was not that long ago at all that I was working as an accountant, working 80 hours a week, depressed, anxious, and not looking forward to every single day, because I woke up and had to do the same thing every single day. I had to sit in a commute for hours a day. I had to listen to my boss and do what they told me to do. I had to wear what they told me to wear. I had to sit in the cubicle like they told me to do. I had to do all of these things that so many people do every single day. And they do these things a lot of the time because they don't even realize there's another way. So finally, I woke up. I realized that it's possible to earn passive income using the internet and not just be a victim of the corporate 9-to-5 drone life where they don't care about you and you're replaceable. All you're exchanging time for money, which is in the most basic sense is literally just exchanging your life force, right? Your time, your energy for money, and normally way too little money. So I'm going to teach you guys how to change and break that cycle and start earning passive income using Amazon FBA. And so how do we become the biggest in the world? Our group right now is over 95,000 members, which is insane, right? I literally started about a year ago, and our YouTube is getting close to 250,000 subscribers, which is also insane to me because it literally feels like I started that yesterday. But guys, the reason that's the case, right, is because of value. This didn't happen by chance. I'm not the only person who teaches Amazon FBA. There's a ton of other people who teach it. There's a ton of other Amazon FBA groups on Facebook. There's a ton of other Amazon FBA related YouTube videos. But we grew to become the biggest, and we did so the fastest because of two reasons. First and foremost, I actually care about my students deeply, right? I help every single one of them, as much as I possibly can personally to be successful with the help that they need. But also, it's because of the value, right? I really leave nothing out and make things so easy to follow along with. Because when I was getting started, the training materials that were available at that time literally were terrible, which is a big reason that I actually got started teaching because of what was available at the time. When I was trying to learn Amazon, there was just nothing, there was no tutorials, there was no way to really figure it out without kind of killing yourself doing it. So why is this opportunity different, right? Why is right now the best time to make a massive amount of money on Amazon? Well, a huge part of it is because traditional retail is dying, right? Gordman's bankrupt, Payless Shoes bankrupt, Radio Shack bankrupt, Wet Seal bankrupt, and those are just the companies that said, I'm done, I'm throwing in the towel, and I'm filing for bankruptcy. JCPenney's is closing hundreds of stores this year already. They're planning to close more in the future. American Apparel, GameStop, Abercrombie & Fitch, right? Sears and Kmart, which are actually owned by the same company. A lot of people don't know that. Hundreds of stores closing, right? More than 10% of the total Macy's stores that exist are closing. Staples has a ton of stores closing, right? This is a very scary time if you're selling basically anything and you're not on the internet. And remember, these were massive businesses just a short time ago, and they're gone. And meanwhile, Amazon is explosively expanding faster than ever. And let me drop some science on you guys when it comes to Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime memberships have absolutely erupted. Everyone has this strange misconception that Amazon is so big it can't grow, right? But this is actually exactly the opposite of the truth. Amazon has never grown faster than it is right now. And think about this for a second. More households in the United States have a Prime membership than do not. So that means more than half of the United States has a Prime membership, and the average Prime member spends thousands of dollars per year. And the best way to sell to these Prime members is to use a service called Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA for short. So if you have a Prime membership, I want you to do me a favor, drop a me in the chat right now. Send a message that says me if you currently, your household or you, right, if you have a Prime membership. And I know I do, and I bet a lot of you beautiful people watching right now as well also have a Prime membership, because like I said, guys, more than half of the United States does. 25% of the money spent on the internet flows through Amazon. 3 out of 4 smartphones have the Amazon app installed, and within seconds, you can buy pretty much anything you want on the Everything store, the juggernaut, also known as Amazon. And don't even get me started on Alexa, because I could do an entire training on how Alexa is taking over modern shopping as we know it. And the one thing that is hardest about making a successful online business these days, right, what is it? It's trust. And no company on earth has more trust and has more loyalty from their customers than the most customer-centric company on earth, which of course is Amazon. But it's not all rainbows and unicorns, and it's my goal to be realistic about Amazon and what it can do for you, because no matter what you do, there's some challenges that you have to face along the way. And listen, if anybody ever told you it was easy to get rich, they're selling you something and they're lying to you, right? Because it is not easy to get rich. And that's why most people, when they reach the age of retirement, right, they can't retire. Most people, are going to find themselves financially in some types of problems by the time they reach 65. And, these are just obstacles that stand in the way of your path to financial freedom. But if you're trying to make money online and you don't have Amazon backing you, I can promise you that it's infinitely harder to make money. And it's just crazy to even conceive of a way to make money online if you're not using the benefits that Amazon provides, because you can swim upstream or you can swim downstream, right? It's your choice. But Amazon is the downstream, and it just keeps getting bigger every single year. And I'm here to help you cash in on that. So I'm going to teach you guys how to find home run products that no one else is finding. Because one of the biggest problems that people are going through right now in the Amazon FBA world is that, everyone's kind of using the same product research software. Everyone's kind of using the same tools and the same filters, and they're all being taught by the same way to find products. And most people who try to go it alone are finding a lot of the same products and just not having the success that they could have. So we're going to be talking about how to find home run products that are going to make you a ton of reoccurring passive income. But most importantly, guys, we're going to talk about how to find products that no one else is finding. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can start building a profitable Amazon business today, right? We're not talking about a year from now. We're not talking about 2 years from now. We're talking about actually starting to build a profitable business on Amazon FBA today and start earning passive income from Amazon, sometimes even 30 days or less. And I'm going to be revealing just the simple secret that has helped me create a ridiculously large Amazon FBA business selling just weird everyday products that wouldn't really, you wouldn't really think about, that are making just unimaginable amounts of money on Amazon every single day. I'm going to teach you guys how to capture that and really take your piece of the pie. And we're going to be going through some of the secrets that have helped me scale so much faster than my competitors. And we're going to be talking about how the unfair advantage theory, and I don't know about you guys, but I like to have huge advantages when I'm competing with a bunch of other sellers and competition, right? It helps me win faster and more efficiently and without doing much work, guys. And I'm lazy. I don't want to work hard, and I want to make a lot of money. So, if you're like me and you're lazy and you don't want to work very hard, but you want to make a lot of money, then this opportunity is going to be perfect for you, right? Because the person who has access to the most accurate data and understands how to use that data wins. And it's as simple as that. And the first secret that we're going to talk about today, right, is the kind of the exact formula that I use to create a full-scale internet business. And I'm going to show you guys how you can replicate that for yourself. So secret number 2, we are going to be talking about, never before released PPC strategies. And if you don't know what PPC means, it means pay per click. Right? And so this is basically marketing. So when someone types something in and they're looking for, say, a basketball on Amazon, you're going to see some sponsored posts at the top. You'll see some organic posts. And we're going to talk about how to control and dominate these sponsored placeholders when people are searching, because there's millions and millions and millions of Amazon search terms, kind of typed in by real people every single day on the Amazon platform. And secret number 3, how to rank your Amazon products on page 1. Because the difference between winning and losing on Amazon is understanding the Amazon A9 algorithm and how to get your product to show up first for the most profitable searches that real people are making thousands of times per day on Amazon. And so I hope you're ready to make some serious cash with the easiest, best, and most profitable resource online, which of course is Amazon FBA. And if you're thinking to yourself, how much does it take to get started on Amazon? I can't afford it. This is a very common obstacle that I hear all the time. And Brad, who is an amazing student success story, who started with us pretty recently actually, money was a huge deal for Brad. And he was working as an English teacher in Thailand. He did okay, but it kind of just paid the bills. And so no, it can be a challenge, right? I understand this, but there's 2 things that you have to understand. Making money or making excuses, right? You have to pick one, because you can't do both very well. You either do one or you do the other one. And instead of using the excuse of money, and that's, really honestly all that it is, because if it took money to make money, I can promise you guys that I would still be broke, right? Brad didn't use the excuse, I don't have enough money. Brad said, I'll figure out a way to get the money. And this is a common thing that I see all the time between people who make, themselves into huge success stories and people who just don't make it work and end up rotting in a cubicle until they're 65, right? And so, Brad did that, and he completely changed his life, and now he's making many times his yearly salary that he was making teaching, with his quote-unquote side hustle, Amazon. And time is another big one that I hear. When Justin was first starting out, Justin, again, a huge success story of ours, he built a 6-figure income in 5 weeks from the time his product went live on Amazon, right? And I don't want to promise you guys that you're going to experience the same results, right? Because that is outside of the norm. That is not ordinary. That is extraordinary. But really, guys, who wants to be ordinary, right? And my point is, it's possible, and it's not the only time that I've seen this happening. This isn't just winning the lottery here. It's feasible. It has the possibility of occurring. Right? And time. Time is another excuse. I don't have enough time, or, I'll figure out a way with the time that I have, or I will make time to make this work. But that's a decision that you have to make, right? It's possible, even with the least amount of time, to do this correctly. right? And the last thing that, the common thing that I see all the time, guys, is confusion and fear. And there's a lot of people that have misinformation related, to Amazon as an opportunity. They say, Kevin, I'm in India, can I sell on Amazon? Or I'm in Europe or South America or Canada or Singapore or New Zealand or Australia, right? I've heard everything. And the good news is, guys, I have students from every corner of the planet who source products from China directly to Amazon warehouses, selling on Amazon.com in the USA, and I can promise you right now, it does not matter where you live, right? Talk about a worldwide economy. And, the ultimate excuse, and probably the most common excuse, is, of course, fear. The number one killer of success and true financial freedom is fear. And listen, you probably will at some point screw things up along the way. You will get things wrong. You will make really dumb, boneheaded decisions that you're going to, later reflect on and say, oh my gosh, how did I ever do something so stupid? But unlike other business opportunities that exist out there, when you walk a tightrope where one mistake and you can die, Amazon is amazing because it's not a tightrope, right? You can screw up everything along the way and still do incredibly well, especially when you follow my blueprint that literally thousands of students have had success with. And trust me when I tell you, the process is simpler than you think. I've made a ton of mistakes. When I first started on Amazon FBA, I really didn't think I needed a mentor or a coach. And I wanted to do everything myself. And thinking back to when I started almost 2 years ago now, I really would have done things very differently if I could do things over. I didn't understand how to negotiate with manufacturers. And so I was paying too much for my products, which, just cut directly into my profit margins. I didn't understand kind of how to get the best prices by ordering in bulk. I didn't understand how to negotiate with my manufacturers. I didn't understand how to leverage manufacturers' quotes against one another. I didn't understand that there was different places to check these product prices that you can say, well, you're not going to match a price with 1688.com, which is China's version of Alibaba, right? And if this stuff sounds overwhelming to you guys, trust me when I tell you it's not overwhelming. But, it just took me years to figure all of this stuff out. And we're going to lay it out in a step-by-step blueprint for you guys today. Right? And so it can just give you such a massive competitive advantage because when you're paying significantly less than your competitors are paying for the exact same products, you can price below them, you can dominate the market in ways that other people just don't have available to them because they don't understand how to get products for the best prices at the best quality. And I didn't understand how to find a freight forwarder, right, with the best prices. And all a freight forwarder pretty much is, in simple terms, is somebody that gets your products from point A to point B. Right? They take your products once they're done from your manufacturer in China, and they take them all the way to the Amazon FBA warehouse. Wherever it is, Amazon tells you exactly where to send it. It might be in California or New York or wherever. And I didn't understand kind of how things worked. And I paid for a super expensive freight forwarder, one that was based in the United States that spends a ton on marketing, and that's probably how I found it. And over the last 2 years, I figured out that there's an unbelievable way to ship your products, exact same service, right, from point A to point B in the expert way, where you're literally paying sometimes 10% of what these companies are charging for the exact same service, right? Just a USA-based company versus an international company, and you can literally pay 10 times more if you choose the wrong company, right? And I didn't understand how to find those companies, and it took me a couple of years and a ton of wasted money and a lot of wasted time to find these freight forwarders, right? These shipping companies that you can really use to save yourself a massive amount of money. And I also didn't understand how to properly run PPC campaigns, at first to kind of increase the sales and scale my business. Because PPC is one of the most beautifully automated ways to really scale an Amazon business, because the more you spend on ads within Amazon, the more sales you get, the more eyes you get in front of, and the more sales you get, and the more organic ranking in the search results higher up on page 1 you get. And that's just kind of how the snowball effect happens, right? Getting your products to page 1 and really staying there. And so, I've also done a few things right. I want to give myself a little bit of credit here. So I quit my corporate job and I went all in on creating the life that, I had always kind of dreamed of living. I learned the most highly effective ways to purchase and import products from China in bulk. And of course, I figured out how to run effective PPC campaigns to increase my sales and scale my business. And, very quickly, in a very short period of time, I drove over $1.5 million profit in a few short months using Amazon FBA and a very simple sales funnel to, actually be able to do that. But most importantly, guys, I learned from the right people. And no matter what the obstacle was, I kind of refused to give up. I invested in myself, and I got to meet Russell Brunson. As you can see, this picture on the left here, that was actually when he presented me, my first 2 Comma Club award. What a 2 Comma Club award is, for people who don't know, is basically an award that ClickFunnels gives to people if they make $1 million from a single funnel, right? And up until now, I actually recently won my 4th 2 Comma Club award. And so getting to meet Russell, he was just somebody who was really a mentor of mine and somebody that I looked up to and learned a lot from when I was kind of starting out. And so getting to meet him and give him, him giving me that award on stage was just a really big moment for me. And so I also got to meet one of my other idols and, get to hang out with him for a little bit, Gary Vaynerchuk, who's obviously, most of us probably know who he is. He's incredibly motivational. He's somebody that I really looked up to and somebody that I learned a lot from, as far as, that anybody can do anything that they set their mind to. They really just have to start, first of all, and then believe in themselves. And that's really what Gary Vaynerchuk gave to me. And so getting to meet him, getting to talk to him, was just a really kind of meaningful situation for me. And I hope to someday, be kind of a source of inspiration, as these guys were to me, to some of you guys who go on, to become some of my best and brightest student success stories, guys. So you have 2 choices, right? The hard way or the easy way. The hard way is constantly searching, the quote-unquote easiest and fastest way to make money online, dabbling in all sorts of different money-making strategies and falling victim to what I call shiny object syndrome, right? Which means kind of always following the next best thing and never really kind of having any significant success with anything, because you never actually commit to anything long enough to have that success, right? And so then there's also the easy way. The easy way and the best way to make money online is Amazon FBA, right? Amazon picks, packs, ships, and does all of the customer support for all of your orders. And Amazon literally pays you directly to your bank account every 14 days per brand that you sell on their platform. And I want you guys to get addicted to seeing these emails that you see right here show up in your inbox. I want to see you guys get addicted to when you click on one of these, $10,000 deposits into your bank or $100,000. I remember the first time I got a deposit directly, right? A direct deposit sent straight into my bank account from Amazon for over $100,000. I could not believe it was real. And the craziest part is that it happened in less than a year. And it's not uncommon at all for my students to get deposits every 2 weeks of $10,000 or $50,000 or even more. And these deposits are after all expenses, guys. So if somebody makes $200,000 a month, and many of my students do that, a common profit margin is between 40 and 50%. So 50% profit of $200,000 a month is still $100,000 profit, which is not that bad. And I know that that might be hard to believe right now, but by the end of this training, I promise I'm going to make you a believer that if I can do it, if somebody like me can do it, a number crunching accountant, right, nothing special about me at all, and thousands of my students can do it, then you can do it too, right? And the reality is, it all comes down to competition. And this is not rocket science, guys. The more demand, the less competition, the quicker you can make a profit, right? Do you make more than you spend? That's literally it. Do you make more than you spend? That is the name of the game. And this is a great example of this, right? Picking a product with just the right amount of demand or just the right amount of competition and making more than what you pay for the product per sale. It's amazing what you can do with very little, if any, other understanding than just that. And when it comes to product selection, what products should I sell on Amazon? Right, that's the number one question that everyone always asks me when they first say, Kevin, I want in. I know this is an amazing opportunity, and this is the perfect time to do it, and I want to start making money online with Amazon. What products can I sell, or what products should I sell? And before we get into specifically, what you should sell, what types of products you should sell, there's something that is incredibly important to understand before you start selling, and that is called private labeling. Right? So what is private labeling? Private labeling is a manufacturer-supplier, most of the time in China, manufacturing and literally creating products. And you say, listen, I want to sell this product, put my logo on it, and congratulations, you now have your own private label brand you're selling on Amazon, right? And there's hundreds of garlic presses, there's hundreds of basketballs, there's hundreds of different coffee mugs that are selling millions, literally millions and millions of dollars every single month on Amazon, all with different logos and all with different brands. And now I want you to say this out loud. Really indulge me here, if you will. I want you to say, I have my own line of products that I sell on Amazon. Now, doesn't that feel good? Right? I think one of the reasons people do so well with this, with Amazon, with this opportunity, because unlike some of the other online business opportunities that exist out there, right, they can't really tell their friends, I have a blank, right, or I do affiliate marketing. People kind of just stare at you with their mouths open, right, because they just don't understand what's happening, and they're probably thinking to themselves, are you speaking the same language, right? Or maybe that sounds like a scam, but one of the coolest things about Amazon is you literally tell them, I have a private label brand that I sell on Amazon, and everyone recognizes what Amazon is, and it really starts to make sense that you're selling products on Amazon. So it's something that you can tell your friends and family about, and it's pretty cool, right? And one of the most important parts of making this work is having a support group of people that have done these things already, right? I can't even describe how critical this is and what an invaluable resource to becoming financially free this is. And I was really, I was confused about product research. I didn't even know what product research meant. I was confused about importing from China. I was confused about PPC campaigns. I was confused about everything, and I just suffered through it. And, it turned out okay, but I wasted millions of dollars and so much time doing things the wrong way. When if I had just not been so stubborn and found somebody that I really believed in and who had proven results of the people out there that were teaching, my life would have been so much easier and everything would have been so much faster and so much more kind of smooth without so much trial and error. So what is the easy way? Mimicking success, duplicating other people's proven strategies, and just using the data to make decisions. It's really not that hard, guys. Most people just don't know how to use the data that Amazon makes available to everyone. And the beautiful thing is, a lot of other companies, right, they like to hide their data. They like to trick you into believing something is, what it actually isn't. But Amazon's not like that. Amazon's very open and very transparent, especially with their top-level categories, right? Amazon ranks each and every product from first to last and updates it every single hour with something known as BSR, right, or best seller rank. So, because I know how to do it, I can tell you that in the toys category, for example, in the last hour, who sold the most and who sold the least. I can tell you who sold the first most, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, to whatever, in every single category updated hourly. So I can literally tell you, based off any product's category and BSR or bestseller rank, right, how many units per day it's selling. And let me tell you, if you have a good BSR, right, you can create $1 million business off of a single product. And this comes down to the unfair advantage principle I talked about, right? There's a little known tool, really it's one of my biggest secret weapons selling on Amazon, and it's called zonkeywords.com. And this is literally going to tell you the search volume with data that comes directly from Amazon for any product on Amazon. And this is a massive, massive advantage for us as Amazon sellers, because most people aren't smart enough to even know tools like this exist or to be on a training like this, right? You're already so much farther ahead of other people, you don't even realize it. You're 99% of the way there. Most of the time, it's just that final push to really make this work. Right? And let me show you an example of this tool in action, right? Let's take an example, Humidor. Right? And not everyone types Humidor in on Amazon. Even though thousands of people are searching to buy one every single day on Amazon, some people are looking for Humidor cigar boxes. Some people are looking for humidifiers. Some people are looking for travel humidors, small humidors. And this is just one small part of what this tool does. It also shows you all of the most profitable keywords that your top competitors are ranking for, right? It shows you what they're advertising for. And Zon Keywords were literally even do your Amazon PPC, your marketing campaigns, right, your pay-per-click campaigns for you and let you copy and paste and watch the money literally start flowing in for your product. And guys, no need to go grab this, right now or scramble to take notes. As always, guys, I like to over-deliver. And as an extra bonus, I'm going to have my team include all of the software and all of the tools and everything that we discuss in this training with your free Amazon funnel. If you do stay till the end, the system is going to calculate that and send out everything that we talked about if you do hang around with us until the end of this. But my point is, guys, there's really only 3 things that will make you successful, right? And all my failures and millions of dollars I wasted figuring out these 3 things, you can skip all that trial and error and pain and wasted money. And you're probably going to want to grab something to write this down, so a pencil or some notes or your phone, or clear some mental space, right? The 3 things that will make you successful on Amazon are, number 1, choosing the right product, right? Low competition, high demand, because at the end of the day, if you choose the right product and do your due diligence, right? Making sure it has less than 50 reviews, no trademarks or patents, literally checking the boxes, following our proven blueprint, exactly, you can pretty much do everything else wrong and still make a ton of money on Amazon. Number 2 is choosing a product that has a lot of profitable keywords or a lot of different ways to say the same thing. Because remember, the more people that search for your product, the more sales that you're going to make. And we're going to teach you, how to have your product show up for all the different crazy ways that people search for the exact same thing. Remember, because you might call the humidor a humidor, but somebody else might call it a cigar holder or a gift for grandpa, right? And Zon Keywords is literally the best way to do exactly that and to know all of the most profitable keywords for any particular product. And number 3 is being on page 1 of the Amazon search results. And a lot of people miss this one, but when you understand it, really, it becomes pretty obvious, and it took me a long time to realize the difference between success and failure on Amazon often comes down to being on page 1 of the search results. And let me explain to you exactly why that is. One of the biggest reasons Amazon is such an amazing opportunity is that there are millions of customers searching on Amazon every single day, and you don't have to pay to get those people there, right? They're already there. They're already searching on Amazon. They're what's called free or organic traffic. And think about it like this. If you're looking for a humidor on Amazon and you find one that's reasonably priced with good reviews and nice pictures, you're going to buy it, right? I bought what feels like 1 million products on Amazon, and I have never once in my life scroll to page 2. Never once, right? And if you're like me, you're probably thinking, well, that's great, Kevin, but how do we actually get our products ranked onto page 1? Well, that is where A9 comes in, right? A9 is Amazon's algorithm, which is basically some super complicated code that Amazon uses to rank millions and millions of products. But what it basically comes down to is selling more units than the products currently on page 1 and sustaining those sales, selling more units over about 8 days, which is the amount of time it takes for Amazon to update their product rank database. So how do you actually go about selling more products than the products that are currently on page 1? Well, that is where pageoneify.com comes in. And again, guys, no need to go grab a notepad or anything right now. I'm going to have my team include Zon Keywords and PageOneify for references in the same email that I'll be sending out with your funnel. But again, you're only going to get sent that out from our system if you do decide to stay until the end of the webinar. So what they do, right, what PageOneify does is jumpstart Amazon's artificial intelligence that Amazon uses to rank all of the products on Amazon.com. And the way that they do this is by getting you a ton of heavily discounted sales, which basically says to Amazon, hey, lots of people are buying this product. Does it matter what price point they're buying it at? No, not at all. It's never mattered. And we've been doing this for years now. Amazon just basically says, people are buying this product. Let's put it in front of a lot more people and see if they also buy it, right? Because Amazon makes money every time one of these products is bought, right? Because they charge their fee to fulfill it and to kind of handle all of the hard work, right? And in the most basic sense, that's kind of how Amazon's A9 algorithm decides what to put on page 1 of search results. And the guys at PageOneify literally will optimize your marketing like you wouldn't believe, right? Because PPC plays a big role, and these guys literally just make it so easy. And pretty much at the end of the day, they simply get your product to page 1. They're the best. That's what they do. And they're really going to get your product onto page 1, ranked for your highest volume search keywords. And, the organic sales, the free sales, which is the whole beauty of Amazon as a business model, are basically going to start pouring in, and it's as simple as that. But remember, guys, prior to becoming free, prior to learning all of this, prior to my first direct deposit into my bank account for over 100 grand, right, I was working 80 hours a week as an accountant. I was lost. I was miserable. I was at rock bottom. I felt physically sick Sunday nights knowing that I had to go back to work for 5 more days and do the same things that I hated doing and sit in my same cubicle that I hated sitting in and wear the same dress clothes that I hated wearing. But guys, that is when I had an epiphany. I heard that people were making money on Amazon, but what I didn't realize is that I could make way more money selling on Amazon than I could at my old 9-to-5 job sitting in my cubicle for 80 hours a week. And, I made $50,000 in revenue in one of my first ever months selling on Amazon, which equated to, you can see right here, just over $25,000 in profit. And you can see the deposit email from Amazon, and Amazon deposited it straight into my bank account. I remember where I was sitting when I got this email. I was sitting in my car, and I just remember, my mouth dropping. I had made more in profit in 1 month selling on Amazon than 6 months working 80-hour weeks as an accountant in a cubicle doing things that I hated. I couldn't believe it. I remember triple checking my bank account on my phone. I remember opening up the bank app and reloading it like 5 times just to make sure that Amazon actually did deposit that money into my account and that I wasn't dreaming. So if you're ready to leave your 9-to-5 job behind and you're ready for Amazon to send you over $25,000 and direct deposit directly into your bank account, I want you to type the word freedom into the chat right now, because I was right there with you, my friend, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And I know that might seem hard to believe now, but it is possible, and it's happening every single day, guys. So let's talk about how we can get you there. So secret number 1 to how I did this is I micro-launch multiple products and quickly scale the winners to 10K a month, launching quick, but more importantly, scaling quicker. And we're going to go deeper into these in just a few minutes, right? So secret number 2, I only need a little bit of upfront capital, my own money, right, to launch brand new, highly profitable products to sell on Amazon FBA. And secret number 3, I use proven, quick win, actionable hacks that I've learned building my business over the past few years to get my products to page 1 fast, which, allows me to have massive sales and, maintain those massive sales. Because the difference between successful sellers on Amazon FBA and people who aren't successful, and people who are having failing Amazon FBA businesses, is the difference between being on page 1 for organic search results and not being on page 1 for organic search results. It's literally as simple as that, or it can be. And this system, this blueprint, worked so well for me, and has since worked so well for literally thousands and thousands of my students. People started to ask me, Kevin, how are you doing this? How are you able to start an Amazon FBA business that's allowing you to be your own boss, right? That's giving you the kind of flexibility to travel and spend more time with your friends and with your family. And a lot of people started, kind of asking me how I was fortunate enough to be able to travel to over 50 countries in the last few years and, kind of pretty much check off everything on my bucket list. People kept asking, how are you doing it? And the answer, guys, is that I freaking killed myself to do it. I locked myself in a room, and I didn't come out until I figured it out, because I knew that I was not satisfied with having a normal, average life. I was not going to live an average life. I was not going to work 80 hours a week until I was 65, right, until I was too old to enjoy what little money that I did save for retirement. Because I think one of the most critical things to understand, from this whole training, and something that very few people on earth, unfortunately, truly understand. And this is very important, so make sure you understand this one concept. It's so, so critical. It really is the difference between the old model, the traditional model, go to school, get a job, retire at 65, exchange your time for money directly, right? 1 hour of your life for X dollars, $10, $20, $50, it doesn't matter, right? And salary is actually even worse. And when I was working as an accountant, I made more as an intern because I was getting paid overtime, working hourly because I was working 80 hours a week. And then once I got salary, they kind of made me think that that was actually a promotion. But really, when it came down to it, it wasn't a promotion at all. They were actually paying me less, and I was working the same amount of money with more responsibility, right? And that's the old model. Put money into a retirement account and retire after 50 years with a relatively small sum, that you can't even really use that money until you're potentially too old to even fully enjoy it. So that's the old model. The new model is creating an equitable, scalable business where you don't, right? And I repeat, do not directly exchange your time for money. You're earning money while you sleep, and that's a very, very beautiful thing. Because I remember a Christmas, right, a year or two ago, we had a big Christmas party with my family, and there was some drinking involved, and I woke up a little bit hungover at 11 a.m. I turned over and checked my Amazon seller app, where you can kind of see your sales for the day. And I had already made over $1,000 in a single day, right? And just in a single morning. And I had been sleeping until 11 a.m. And there was no sales calls. I didn't have to go to work. I didn't have to sit in a commute. I didn't have to listen to a boss. I literally was sleeping, and I had already made over $1,000, guys. And that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I can't even describe it to you until you experience it for yourself. And it's just a really amazing thing about Amazon FBA and, about passive income. And another amazing part about the new model is you can continue to reinvest into your own business for years and kind of watch how your income increases in direct proportion to your hard work. And I think a lot of us out there, we've seen people at our job, our old job maybe, that didn't really deserve a promotion. but they still got one anyways, and that's maybe because they were a brown noser, or they sucked up to the boss, or maybe the boss was their uncle, or they had some relationship, but they didn't really deserve that promotion. But the beautiful thing about working for yourself, guys, is that that's gone. Your success is directly proportional to how much you are willing to work and how hard and how smart you are willing to work and the decisions you make and jumping in and just getting started and taking actions, guys. Remember, it's not normal working 40 to 80 hours a week ever. It is not normal no matter what anyone tells you, what society tells you, what your mom and dad tell you, what your brother tells you, what your sister tells you, what anyone tells you. It is not normal working 80 hours a week ever. Because I want you guys to imagine what your life would be like if you were making a ton of sales on Amazon and you never had to worry about money or bills again. Seriously, I want you to close your eyes and picture what it would be like just living life happily and never thinking about money again, except when you're thinking about, the next car you're going to buy or your next vacation. I want you to imagine you are making more than your old 9-to-5 job every single month, working your own schedule, being your own boss. You never had to worry about pleasing your boss again. You never had to sit through another 90-minute commute in traffic. You never had to be at work on another work call or send another work email, while your son or daughter had a basketball game or a ballet recital, or your wife wanted to go eat dinner with you, or your husband wanted to see you, right? Imagine what your life would be like if you never had to deal with any of the normal things that come with working a 9-to-5 lifestyle. You never had to worry about getting sales because you knew how to scale your business in a very automated way. Because I used to imagine that every single second and every minute and every day that I wasted in my cubicle until finally I did what was necessary to make what I was imagining come true. So now let's have a fun little question time. Would you rather let money make 1.5% return, right, 40% return, 50% return, or 100% return? And I know that's, obviously a very obvious question, but a lot of people don't think about it this way, right? And that's the best case scenario. The best case scenario is making 1.5% return on your investment if you leave your money just sitting in a savings account. And most banks don't even pay you nearly 1.5%. And every product that I have ever invested in with Amazon FBA, right, the lowest that I've ever made from a profit perspective was 40% profit. 100% return on investment is very, very reasonable to expect for an Amazon FBA product. And so what's the one thing that makes people take risk? So recently I was actually at a Tony Robbins event the other day, and he asked this question, and he said, the answer was, the only thing that makes people take risks necessary to change their lives forever is certainty. Right? In the business world, certainty does not exist. And what's the one thing that makes people take a risk, right? I was listening to Tony Robbins the other day when I was at one of his events, and he kind of asked this question, and he said, the answer was, the only thing that makes people take risks necessary to change their lives forever is certainty. And in the business world, certainty just rarely ever exists. But one of the things that I love about Amazon is betting on Amazon and betting on Jeff Bezos is basically as close to certain as it gets, right? If you invested $1, literally, in Amazon stock when it first came out, you would have made an unbelievable return, hundreds of thousands of percent, right? Jeff Bezos and Amazon continue to expand. They've never been bigger. They've never been more profitable. Their stock price has never been higher. So in my opinion, one of the safest bets that you can make when it comes to certainty with business is betting on Amazon. They have continued to innovate for over 20 years, and they're not slowing down. If anything, they're speeding up, and they're continuing to dominate the world even more than they ever have. So betting on Amazon FBA, investing in your own Amazon FBA business is one of the safest, most certain bets that you can make when it comes to business. So what's the single biggest factor that I attribute to my success? People ask me this all the time, and the answer is actually very obvious to me. The single biggest factor that I attribute to my success is taking action, right? Jumping in and actually starting things. Because a lot of people, they'll think about things, they'll watch a YouTube video, they'll get motivated, and then they just don't do anything. And so they kind of drift back into their comfort zone. They drift back into going into the same daily routine, going back to their same job, doing the same thing day after day after day. And trust me when I tell you, you don't want to be one of these people. So what's the single biggest factor that I attribute to my success, right? The single biggest factor that I attribute to my success is waking up, and realizing that the only way that I was going to change my life, right, that my life was going to change in any way was if I did something about it, if I took action. And once I realized that and I truly, really understood that, that was the day that I really started to change my life. And so I want to ask you guys, How would you like to work directly with me and get help to ensure, to be certain that you are going to crush it on Amazon FBA, and every single product that you invest in on Amazon FBA is going to be a home run success, right? Would you like that? How would it change your life making an extra $5,000 from home every single month, right? And that's an incredibly conservative estimate. None of my products make that little that I've invested in on Amazon FBA. None of my products make only $5,000 a month. But $5,000 a month when I first started, that seemed incredible to me. That would have completely changed my life because that would have been more than I was making as an accountant. And now when I think back on that, $5,000 a month sounds like a very little amount compared to what some of my Amazon FBA products are doing at this point. So you have to think about it. How would it change your life making an extra $5,000 a month? How would it change your life making an extra $10,000 per month? Would that allow you to do more of the things you've always wanted to do? Would it allow you to go on vacations with your family? Would it allow you to take your wife or your husband or your kids out on an extra trip or go out to eat more or, buy that motorcycle or that car that you've been wanting? Would it allow you to change your life, right, making an extra $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, which so many of my students are now doing? And isn't it time that you cash in on what can really only be described as the single greatest opportunity in the digital age to create your own fortune? While the big, guys of yesteryear are going bankrupt and all of the biggest, stores are struggling and closing right and left, Amazon just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single year, right? The USA alone, 46% of households have passports. 51% of households in the USA attend church. 54% of households in the USA believe in aliens. 55% of households in the USA voted in the last presidential election, and 56% of people in the USA have Amazon Prime memberships. That is how big this really is. Right? And AI, artificial intelligent machine learning, that's the future. And Amazon controls that from a shopping experience. Pretty soon, guys, people will be buying products, your products, through voice entirely. And all you have to do to make that happen is be on Amazon with us, right? Be on Amazon. You can do this from anywhere in the world. Start your own private label, physical product business, and be successful in record time, guys. And my last question is, can I share with you exactly the blueprint of how I did this and how thousands of my students have done this and are doing this every single day? If you want to know, I want you to send a message into the chat box right now that says, I'm ready, right? Send that message right now into the chat box that says, I'm ready, because if you're not ready, then I suggest you drop off right now, because from this point on in the training, we're really only going to want people on who are seriously ready to make this opportunity work, right? And I see an absolute flood of messages saying, I'm ready, coming in right now. So I'm excited, so let's do this. I'm excited, you're excited, because I think if you're smart enough to be here right now, you are smart enough to realize just what type of opportunity this really is, guys, because there's so many student success stories. It's literally hard to keep track at this point. Like Tabitha, who did over $1,500 in one single day on her first ever Amazon FBA product in less than 1 month. Or David, who hit his first $1,000 day in February, of this year, and he had a little bit longer of a road to get to that point because he made mistakes before he decided to join our family. But the point is, guys, he still got there, even with mistake after mistake after mistake. That is how truly special this opportunity to selling on Amazon FBA really is. Or Gert is another example, right? He's a really special one to me because Gert literally borrowed $5,000 to get started, and he recently messaged me that he did over $150,000 on Amazon so far this year. And why this is so special to me is for two reasons. The first reason is that, I'm a digital nomad myself. I've traveled all over the world, and I love that Gert is just out there, in Thailand representing, doing his thing. And the second thing that is so critical to understand and so powerful is that Gert literally did this with zero money to start, not $1, which is so powerful, right? He spent $0 of his own money, and he generated over $150,000 this year. And he did the most important thing, which is he made it work, right? He understood what an unbelievable opportunity this is. He understood if he didn't do it, that somebody else would do it, and that he would miss out. And he would never be able to create the life that he wanted to create, right? So he borrowed $5,000, and now he's making over $1,000 $1,000 every single day, all with zero of his own money to start. It's so important to remember that, guys. As an entrepreneur, you just have to make it work. Right? You can have financial freedom or you can have excuses, but the unfortunate truth is that you can't have both, right? And all of these people, all of these student success stories that you see in the black background, they're part of what we call the Amazon Ninja Hall of Fame. So every single one of these people with the black background that you see right now is making at least $1,000 or more per day with Amazon FBA. And all of them, right, started from scratch. All of these people are just the ones who actually wanted to be a part of our public Hall of Fame, right? Most of the people who hit $1,000 per day just send me a message on Facebook letting me know, thanking me, right? But they don't want the publicity. They just wanted the financial freedom. And I could talk all day about Daniel, right, who would never imagine that this was possible, or Dave, you know, that said you don't have to know everything before you start. Just get some basic knowledge, do the work, and make some mistakes and learn as you go. Or, you know, Nick, who'd been selling on Amazon for 2 years before he found me, and he says that his advice is to not use the same tactics as everyone else. If you fish from the same pond, you're going to catch the same fish, which is why I think I was able to help him so much, because we just have such different, unique, amazing strategies and tools that no one else is using or even knows about. Or we could talk about Karen, who had her breakthrough day, making $1,131 in one day, who said that at the darkest time in her business, right, it finally clicked for her, and she says that I have the best Amazon program anywhere. Thanks, Karen. I'm so proud of you if you're watching. So. And I could go on forever about this, guys. Anthony, Kevin, Liz, Casey, Vanessa, William, Nicola, Tabitha, Victor, all of these are so special to me. Aaron, who's an accountant, just like me, right, who hated his job like I did, now makes his full-time income on Amazon. Or, Matt, who had a $10,000 day. And yes, I said a day, not a week, not a month, right, a day. Or Chung, whose his first language is Vietnamese. He had his first $500 day, and since has had many $1,000 days, which is such an incredible thing to me that someone with English as their second language, living in Vietnam with zero experience, zero business experience, did this, right? Didn't do everything, but he did enough. And that's the point, guys. You don't even have to do 100% to make this work. You can do just 10% and keep moving forward. And with his first few weeks selling on Amazon, he made it work, guys. And I'm not going to bore you guys with all of these, but the point is there are thousands of people that have joined our family, followed my proven blueprint, just following along, literally one step at a time, reading, doing, making it work, and really it's just as easy as that. But the point is, guys, these just go on and on and on. And as promised, and I will tell you, I always deliver on my promises. I take it extremely seriously, because at the end of the day, all there is in business and in life is integrity and honesty. And I promised you guys I would show you a real product that I currently sell on Amazon, making $30,000 per month. And what it is, guys, is a cheese board, right? A cheese board set that includes utensils. And basically what it is just a gift set that people love to buy, especially during the holiday season, and we make incredible amounts of money during the holiday season selling this product. But the reason that I wanted to show you guys is because it just feels so much more tangible, right? It's very intangible talking about making $10,000 a month or $50,000 a month or $100,000 a month, like I showed you, right, in those direct deposits into my bank account, until you really see what's actually behind it, what is actually generating that money. And this little cheese board right here is making us $30,000 every single month like clockwork on Amazon FBA. And we didn't invent this product, right? All we did was we found a product that had low reviews and had a lot of monthly sales and monthly revenue, right? And we created a better version of it. We just took better pictures and we just followed the blueprint that is laid out exactly in the Amazon Masterclass. And now this product is making over $30,000 or more every single month like clockwork. And as you can see, right, this is not a complicated product. This did not require a lot of skill to put together. I literally found a supplier that sold cheese boards and put together my listing, had some photos done, and it generates $30,000 a month every month. And during Christmas time, this product can literally do 10 times that, guys. So really quickly, I just want to show you guys a few testimonials. I promise this is not going to take too much time. You can see here, like, we have literally tons of different testimonials from all the different live events I've done. I'm just going to play one for you guys, just because it's really important to kind of hear it from one of my actual students, right? I can tell you guys all day long, but when you're hearing from, all of these different people who all spent the time to give me testimonials because of how much, this program changed their lives, it's a very powerful thing hearing it from someone who really did change their life. So let's just play, 30 seconds of one of these so you can hear it directly from one of my students.
For those who don't know me, my name is Britt. I just got in from Tokyo, and I'm here at NinjaCon 2018, NinjaCon #1, and I plan to be in every single one of them after this. For those that don't already know me, I have a degree in neuroscience. I wasted over $100,000 getting that degree. It has done nothing for me, and I was lucky enough to stumble upon Kevin in about July 2017, started the course, and from July until now, February 2018, I can honestly say I'm about $2,000 from paying off my $126,000 student loan debt. This is the best place.
So that's pretty incredible, guys, right? She paid $124,000 off of her student loan debt in a little less than a year, right, using the things that we teach. And that's just one person, right? We could hear from Carolina, Steven, any of these people, right? A ton of different people. And, speaking of a ton of different people, right now we are inside of our private Facebook group, right? This is the private family group where people have literally become like best friends and talk all the time. We have students who actually organize student hangouts for each other, on top of the question and answer sessions that I do all the time. You see it 16 minutes ago, right? 13 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, 4 hours ago. There's all types of comments, 7 comments here, 5 comments here, right? People get every single one of their questions answered, right? 7 hours ago with 6 comments. You see that I responded to this one. I responded to every single one of these, right? People are just constantly in here, and they're helping one another, and they're getting helped by me. And this is one of the reasons why our student family has so much more success than any other course, right? 2,750 members inside of our private family group. 2,750 people who had the full right to get a refund, right? A full refund, 14 days, risk-free. They had a full, the full opportunity to get a complete refund, and 2,750 people chose not to. That is probably the ultimate proof that I could give you that this stuff really works, right? Because most of these people now are making significant amounts of money with Amazon, and they're doing so because we're helping each other not only as a community and a Facebook group, but really as a family. And the last thing that I want to do, guys, really quickly is show you what you're going to get if you decide to join the family today. Because I think too often, people out there on the internet are trying to get you, to buy into what they're doing, but they don't actually show you any of the things you're really going to get. So this is the inside of the Amazon Ninja X Masterclass, guys. You can see here, there's literally step-by-step how to set up your LLC, how to get your EIN, right, your tax ID, how to get your Amazon, how to get situated with Amazon Seller Central, how to borrow money to actually fund your Amazon FBA account. Look at all of these videos, guys. This is just literally module 1, right? There's like 5, 10, 15, probably 20, at least 20 videos teaching you how to find products correctly, how to do due diligence, how to protect yourself with your LLC, everything you possibly need. And again, that's just module 1. We also have module 2 with suppliers and shipping. We have optimization, right? Getting the perfect listing set up. We have products launch strategies, right? All of these videos, guys, that are going to get you well on your way to creating a massively successful Amazon business. We're interviewing our top 1% of students. We're showing you how to actually get the course for free by introducing 2 friends to actually join the program as well using our massively profitable affiliate program. We have bonus modules. We have additional bonuses. Literally, guys, the list just goes on and on and on. This is the most comprehensive program available anywhere on earth for Amazon, and that is the reason why we have so many success stories and people who are willing to give us testimonials, because really, really, guys, this has just changed their lives. And so the last success story that I'm actually going to mention, guys, is probably one of the most meaningful to me, which is a good friend of mine now and an inner circle member who used to be a helicopter pilot in the Marines, right, serving our country, who was about to have a baby with his wife, Jen, right, and he wanted to have more time to spend with his friends and family, and he wanted to be there for his kid, right, for his baby girl as she was growing up. He didn't want to miss her growing up. So less than a year ago, he joined our family. And in less than a year, as you can see right here on the right, he made over $150,000 in a single month, right? In 30 days. You can see his 30-day total right there is $150,900 in just 30 days. He made more in 1 month than he would have made in over 3 years in the Marines. And he did that from home with his family, right? That is so incredibly special to me that someone who served his country, right, my amazing country, was able to gain his financial freedom, right, and earn probably more than he could have ever imagined, all in less than 1 year, and doing that, spending time with his family, you know? And so I've shown you real people who've done this from all over the world, right? Not just the USA, everywhere. I've shown you people who've done this with zero money to start, who are now making multiple six figures, right? I've shown you people with no experience whatsoever, no technical skill. I've shown you people who didn't even speak English as their first language who've made this work. So I just have one final question. How would you like to do this with me and with our family that we've built over the last few years? Would you like to have your products personally reviewed to make sure that every single product that you're going to invest in is going to be a good one? Would you like a community of experts to help answer any and all questions that you have along the way? If you would like that, I want you to type "I am in" into the chat right now. And I'm not going to talk any more about my success stories, I promise. I could talk about all of my incredible students all day, every day, and I see a ton of "I am in" messages coming in right now. So let's do this, guys. I am pumped up. If you are ready to join our family today, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the Proven Ninja Product Research Strategies, which is a $997 value alone, right? Remember, guys, we've sold these product research strategies by themselves as a standalone package for $997, and it was probably 100 times more worth it to the people who bought that, who created a viable, you know, $30,000 a month business, $50,000 a month business, who are making that type of money every single month just using the strategies contained in that one section. But you're also going to get Shipping and Supplier Negotiation Blueprint, which is a $497 value. Listing optimization and ranking hacks, where we teach you exactly how to make the perfect Amazon listing and rank your listing to page 1 and the top of page 1 so you can get all of those amazing free sales that we talked about. And we're also going to give you our exact PPC blueprint to skyrocket your sales. And remember, guys, there's PPC courses out there just on Amazon PPC that are selling for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for just a PPC course because it's pretty complicated to do it. Right? It's complicated to do Amazon PPC. And I've been told over and over again from all of my students who, you know, have bought those other courses and programs that my single section of my course on PPC was more detailed and more thorough than the entire PPC only courses, right, that other people had paid for $2,000, $3,000. And you're going to get that included, the $1497 value with the Amazon FBA Ninja Masterclass if you decide to join it today. And you're also going to get mentoring from an 8-figure seller, right, me, myself, the community that we've built of thousands and thousands of other ninjas who are in the private group, right, plus all of the samurais who are the top sellers, you know, who decided to become moderators of the group and help out. So you're going to get access to one-on-one help with multi-million-dollar sellers and tons of six-figure sellers in our private student group, guys, which has a total value of $5,985, which, if you look over here on the right, is literally half of what Aaron made in just 2 days, right, from this screenshot you see right here, which has over 100 likes in just 1 day, because that's how much the student groups really loves people that take action and are really ready to make a change and invest in themselves. So you're not only going to get that, guys, because like always, I always want to over-deliver, and I like to just deliver as much value as I possibly can. You are also going to get some really amazing bonuses today, but there is a catch, right? These bonuses are only available for a very limited time and are only available for the people who are really ready to invest into their future today. And if you do decide to invest in yourself and take action and really start to make a change today, because once these bonuses are gone, guys, they're gone forever. So you really only get one chance to take advantage of these. The first bonus that you are going to get is the manufacturer's template that we personally use in our own business. And what this does is it allows you to get the highest quality products at the lowest cost, and it protects your investments. Because I get it, right? It's scary sending money over to China. You don't know how it's going to happen with that, but when you have our manufacturer's template, you have our purchase order agreements, you have literally everything that you can just plug and play, copy and paste included with just this one bonus, right? And you are not going to have absolutely no problem negotiating your way through China. You're going to have a step-by-step tutorial of exactly how to do this, and this is a $497 value alone, guys. But I always like to over-deliver, so I'm going to throw in a completely freebie little bonus for our first bonus, which is our custom curated top 50 products to sell on Amazon. And these are an amazing starting point to give you ideas of what types of products are selling like crazy on Amazon today, right? Obviously, these are not meant to be directly copied, but it serves as a massive, massive head start to kind of get the cogs turning into showing you what types of products can be successful on Amazon. And very few people in the scheme of things have seen this, right? Really, we're only giving this to the first 30 people who decide to join the Amazon FBA Ninja Masterclass today, right? Again, the 31st person on this webinar will not have access to this particular bonus. And the reason that we do this, guys, is because we want to maintain exclusivity for these. We want to make sure that they remain effective, and most importantly, we want to reward people who are ready to invest in themselves and who are really ready to make a major, impactful change, in their own lives and in their families' lives. But there's also bonus number 2, which is our ridiculous software packages, right? And guys, let me tell you something right now. There are about 1 million different software applications for Amazon, and all of them tell you how important they are, right, to your success on Amazon. Let me kill that right here and right now. There are only 3 things you need to be successful on Amazon: product research, keywords and PPC, and product launches, right? Getting your product to page 1. Anything else is not useful when you're first starting out on Amazon and is a complete waste of time and money. And I want you guys to know something about me. If there's something out there that I think can benefit you, right, can benefit my students, and I can get it for you for free or for incredibly cheap, I try my absolute hardest in order to do that, right? I hunt people down. I basically stalk people until I get the deal that I want, and that's what we have done here. Viral Launch is simply the best tool available for product research, and I got you the deepest discount available anywhere, which is 30% off for life, right? Page Oneify is the only service that I trust when it comes to doing product launches. They're the only service that takes a cumulative approach. They hit this stuff from all angles. And to put it simply, they get your product to page 1, and that is that. And I got you the deepest discount available anywhere to anyone when it comes to Page Oneify and getting your product to page 1, which, remember, is often the difference between success and failure on Amazon. And Zon Keywords, which honestly, guys, is my secret weapon for Amazon. This is a little-known software, and I can't describe to you the impact it has had on my Amazon business. And my PPC campaigns are just insanely profitable because of one reason, and that is Zon Keywords. It is the strongest, most powerful piece of software when it comes to doing keyword research and PPC. And I mean, these guys will do your PPC for you, which is an insane value. And I got you guys 50% off for life on all of their services, which I'm not kidding when I say this, is the single best deal anywhere as far as Amazon software goes in the world. You could literally create a multi-million-dollar business from this one tool. And all you have to do for that is you just take one product that sells really well, that is similar to the product you want to sell. You plug that product into Zon Keywords. Takes about 2 minutes at most. And Zon Keywords is going to go out there, conduct automated keyword research on your behalf, and they're going to return you an Excel spreadsheet, right, packed with the most profitable keywords for your specific product. And you can just copy and paste them into your listing and your PPC campaigns. And it's easy as that. And you can just copy and paste them into your listing and into your PPC campaigns, and it is literally as easy as that. So now, I've automated keyword research for you. I've automated product research for you. I've automated product launches for you, just like I've automated everything else in this entire process, getting started selling on Amazon FBA from A to Z as a complete beginner. And you're going to get access to all of these amazing lifetime discounts. But again, guys, there's only space for the first 20 people who decide to join the Amazon FBA Ninja Masterclass today, right? Again, the 21st person is not going to have access to these discounts, which are easily going to pay for the cost of the entire course, right? And lastly, and probably most importantly, you're going to get access to the most exclusive bonus of all, which is access to our advanced Facebook ads for Amazon FBA training and our brand new Messenger bot training and sequence that allows you to get a ton of reviews on Amazon and opens up just so many opportunities for your Amazon business. Guys, and Messenger bots are replacing email. Just like email replaced pagers and snail mail, they are the future. And I make it so easy to follow along that literally anyone can do it. I share my screen and show you every single button click to get your Messenger bot set up for your business. And think about it like this. If you could have a chance to go back and invest in Facebook when it was just starting, Would you do it? That is where we are currently at with Facebook Messenger bots. And if you miss out on this, there will be no going back. And remember, just this one bonus is by itself a $14.97 value, which is why this is the most exclusive bonus of this entire course. It's the most exclusive bonus. We're only giving it to the first 10 people who decide to join the Amazon FBA Ninja Masterclass today. The 11th person is not going to have access to our Facebook ad strategy and Messenger bot strategies for Amazon, right? They're second to none, guys. This is one of the biggest reasons that we've been able to scale our Amazon business to the size that it is in this, very short amount of time that we've been able to do that. And remember, Amazon is a business. Amazon is incredibly good at getting you to buy stuff once you're on Amazon.com that you didn't know you needed. And so if you bring traffic from other websites like Facebook, right, or Facebook Messenger bots, Amazon is incentivized to want that to happen. So what Amazon does is they give your product, right, additional organic rank, additional juice if you bring traffic, if you bring people and users from sources like Facebook and Facebook Messenger bots and other websites, right? And so what we do is we have a very advanced way of running Facebook ad traffic to not only increase sales, right, and increase profit, but also to make the process of getting our products ranked to page one and, getting more free organic sales much, much faster than what anyone else is doing anywhere, right? And this bonus is one of the most exciting things that we've released in a very long time, and it's brand new. And it's literally not anywhere else in any other Amazon program. Again, we've sold this particular, just this one bonus for $14.97, but it's only going to be available for the first 10 people who decide to join us today for the Amazon FBA Ninja Masterclass. Again, the 11th person is not going to have access to this bonus. So this is what you get. You get the Proven Ninja Product Research Strategies, which is a $997 value. You get the Shipping and Supplier Negotiation Blueprint, again, which is incredible. It's an incredible resource for dealing with shipping, for dealing with suppliers. We give you access to our specific freight forwarders, our shipping companies that we use that are charging 1/10 of what other companies are charging. You're literally saving 90% of the cost just by joining. It's paying for itself, right? We give you the listing optimization strategies and ranking hacks, which teach you exactly how to make the best Amazon listing possible and how to rank a product to page one quickly and efficiently. And we give you our exact PPC blueprint that is going to skyrocket your sales and let you dominate search results for whatever product you choose, right? All of the associated keywords related to that product, which is a $14.97 value. You're literally saving 90% of the cost just by joining, just for this one section. This section alone is going to pay for the entire cost of the course, right? We give you the listing optimization and ranking hacks, which are going to teach you exactly how to make the best Amazon listing possible and how to rank a product to page one quickly and efficiently. We give you our exact PPC blueprint that's going to skyrocket your sales and let you dominate the search results for whatever product you choose and all of the associated product keywords related to that product, right? That alone is a $14.97 value. And we've been told again and again and again that our PPC section is more detailed than entire courses devoted to only PPC. And you also get that as just one section of what we're going to give you in this exclusive offer today. And you're going to get one-on-one mentoring from an 8-figure seller. But not only just that, right? You're also going to get mentoring from thousands and thousands of other ninjas who have joined our family and our community and have become, not only just a community of sellers, but a community of friends and family, right? Who talk all the time, who meet up a few times a year all around the world. We've had meetups in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. We've met in Las Vegas, San Diego, Thailand, right? Barcelona, all of these different places we've had meetups. We've met in Melbourne, Australia, all of these different places because we really have become a true family, right? The type of family that gives you the one-on-one help, that gives you the confidence to really take you over the edge and give you the confidence you need to invest in a product and to invest in yourself. And not only do you get those things, we're going to give you bonus number 1, which is the manufacturer's template, and our free bonus, which is our top 50 products to sell on Amazon this year, which is a $497 value for the first 30 people. We give you bonus number 2, which is the incredible lifetime discounts to the only 3 pieces of software you need to be incredibly successful on Amazon, which is viral launch, product discovery for product research, Zon Keywords for keyword research and all your PPC needs, right? Page 1 of 5 for product launches. And we not only give you the largest discounts available on earth, but we will give you exact step-by-step tutorials how to use each and every one of these tools most efficiently from over my shoulder, showing you exactly where to click, how to do this stuff, step by step by step. And again, bonus number 3, which is the advanced Facebook ads and Facebook Messenger bots, driving external traffic from other websites to Amazon, giving you a huge organic boost. It gives you a huge ranking increase, but not only that, it's incredibly valuable for scaling your Amazon business by getting in front of more interested buyers and getting you more sales and, of course, thus more profit. And this is a total value, guys, of $8,976, which is actually $1,000 less than Matt made in a single day that you see right here. I wanted to reach out to everyone and say thank you to everyone in this group, especially Kevin David. With your guys' help, my business partner and I were able to jump our listing to page 1, started making organic sales in 3 days. We launched our first product less than 2 weeks ago and just posted our first $10,000 day and had a $25,000 weekend, guys. And how do you think Matt felt about his decision to invest in the Amazon Ninja X Masterclass, right? Who here would not mind a $25,000 weekend? Because I think a lot of you guys are starting to see that this is possible, right? That people are doing this, even with full-time jobs, even with zero money, right? You saw Brad borrow $5,000 to get started with his business and now earns multiple 6 figures a year, right? Or Chung, who taught himself English as his second language, who's now making $1,000 per day. And if you're still here, I think you're smart enough to realize you can make this work too, making a ton of money selling on Amazon. And honestly, do you think Matt was happy with his purchase? Even at almost $9,000, I mean, if I made $10,000 in one day and $25,000 in a weekend, I think that makes sense, because last time I checked, $25,000 was a lot more money than $9,000. And last thing before we show you our exclusive one-time special offer for you guys today, let's talk really quickly about the Pareto principle. Because guys, I've failed at over 20 different businesses. I was laughed out of the room when I started a YouTube channel. When I started an Amazon FBA business, people told me to give up and get a normal job. And now my friends and family ask me how I did it. And most people give up right before they hit a breakthrough, guys. And I love this image here because this guy gives up right before he makes it, right before he gets to all the diamonds. And we see the guy on top who's plugging ahead, right? He's taking risks, he's investing, he's working hard, trying to get to those diamonds. He's determined to make it there. And most people give up right before they hit a breakthrough. But that is just how it is. 99% of people will work in a cubicle their whole entire lives because they're not willing to work hard enough, just long enough, and most people quit right before they break through and get to all of those diamonds, guys. And we have a 14-day money-back guarantee, so you can try the course completely risk-free, right? Do the work, and if it doesn't work for you, we will give you your money back, and it's as simple as that. That's our philosophy. That's the philosophy that I will always live by, because I want to enable people to actually have the resources to invest in themselves and to change their lives. And guys, we're not going to charge you $8,976 just because you have stuck with me today on our training. I'm going to do something very, very special and something that we may never offer again, guys, because I want to make this opportunity possible for anyone and everyone to leave the cubicle and the 9-to-5 behind them forever. And so what I'm going to do today only, right, is drop the price to only $997, a one-time payment for lifetime access to the Amazon FBA Ninja X Masterclass that is completely brand new and 100% updated. And anytime there's any major changes with Amazon, it's updated to reflect those, right? We give you unlimited access to the course and all future changes and all future updates, and anything we ever add. If there's any changes in Amazon, you're going to get complete access to that 100% for free, guys. There's literally no catch. It's just a one-time payment for lifetime access to the course that is A to Z, everything that you need to get started, even if you're a complete beginner, even if you have no technical skill, even if English isn't your first language, right? This offer is going to work for you. And so I love reaching out. I love talking to everyone. I love being a part of all of this, and making sure that that I'm helping everybody one-on-one, whether or not they're in the course. And, now that we have thousands of students, obviously, I'm much more active in our private student group to make sure that people who are really actually ready to invest in themselves and invest in their education and their knowledge, and their future are getting every resource they possibly need to be successful, because I always want to be available to you guys. And before I forget, guys, make sure you do check your email, because we will be sending an email out to you guys that should arrive in the next hour or so that contains everything that I promised you at the beginning of the webinar. Your free Amazon FBA funnel, pre-built, ready to use, that we've used to sell millions of dollars of Amazon FBA products, and of course the software that we discussed today, Zon Keywords and Page Oneify. So check your email for sure. Make sure you do go and claim your free funnel and software from our training today, because obviously it's super, super valuable. So I already see a ton of orders coming in, guys. I can't wait to see all of your guys' success. Really, money is great, but it's really not exciting for me anymore. I can honestly say that. What makes me excited is seeing people change their lives using the best strategy to make money online, which of course is selling on Amazon. And this might be the fastest I think that we've ever filled the bonus slots, guys. They're starting to go super, super fast. So thank you so much. And this might be the fastest I think we've ever filled the bonus slots, guys. They're starting to go super, super fast. So thank you guys so much. I promise you I'll do my absolute best to make this work for each and every one of you guys. So make sure if you haven't already taken advantage of this offer that you do it right now, because it's never going to be available anywhere else ever again. And I'm honestly not sure when we're going to shut down this training. So this might be the absolute last time that you are ever able to enter it. So this might be the absolute last time that you are ever able to actually get into this training, guys. And the reason that we do it this way is we want to reward people who do join our trainings and are ready to invest in themselves and their future and their family's future with our most exclusive content. We want to make sure that people who are ready to invest in themselves have kind of the best resources and knowledge and tools and bonuses to make things work the fastest. And I'm so excited to start working with every single one of you guys. I see a bunch more people signing up. This is really seriously so amazing. I'm so excited to meet all of you guys. I love meeting students one-on-one. It's seriously one of my favorite activities on earth, and this is seriously so incredible for me every single time. I'm starting to get some questions already in our private student Amazon FBA group already. Yes. All right, so I can start answering some of these questions for a while, guys, because I want to make sure that I give you every single thing that you possibly need in order to be successful. Yes, we do have a ton of videos for you guys. We also do have write-ups for you, and it took me about 10 times longer to make those for you guys, but I want to make sure that you have all of the step-by-step resources that you need, right? We walk through every step of the way via videos inside of our private members area that you will get immediate access to the second that you do decide to actually join our family today. Yes, we do run weekly question and answer video sessions in our private Amazon FBA family where I'm literally answering every single one of your guys' questions live via video, and anybody can join and watch those and ask their own questions, so you never feel like you're stuck or you're on your own. And anytime you have a question, you can just ask me or one of our other amazing students and get answers to your question. And again, guys, don't wait. Do not procrastinate. The only person in the world who can take the first step towards creating a life that you want is you, right? I seriously wish so badly I could go back in time and tell myself to jump in now, right? Don't waste another second at a job you hate. You only get one life, and you can do it, right? Anyone can do it. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of student success stories proving that anyone can do this. Again, guys, I'm nothing special. All I did was jump in and actually take the first step towards getting this done. I want to make it super clear as to you who this course is actually for, right? Whether or not this can work for you. So guys, this course is perfect for you if you are a complete beginner. You've never even considered an online business. You've never sold a single thing on the internet, on Amazon, anything, right? This course is perfect for you if you've tried out Amazon FBA or eCommerce or Shopify or creating an online business, whether it's online or brick and mortar, but you just haven't quite gotten it to work yet. This course is perfect for you if you've really had some success, but you're ready to transition it into the next level and scale your business, to 6, 7, or even 8 figures and beyond. Because like I always say, guys, if I'm not making you more money than this course costs, then I don't want your money. People laugh all the time saying they saved more than $1,000 just from our strategies to get the best prices with suppliers, or just with our, freight forwarders discounts that we give to all of our students, or all of the amazing deals that I've negotiated from all of the best Amazon FBA people and software and services that you need to be successful on Amazon. And you can probably see why people would be willing to pay $997 for such exclusive lifetime discounts to the best software software and the only software that you need to be successful on Amazon, or why people would pay $14.97 for just the advanced Facebook ads bonus that has probably sold more of our Amazon products than any other strategy when you think about the huge boost that Amazon gives you for driving external traffic. And remember, guys, it's not a cost, it's an investment. And I've made millions and millions of dollars with Facebook ads, and I'm just giving it to you for free if you join the family today. And so at this point, you have two choices. Choice number one is you do nothing. And if you do nothing with the information you've learned over the last hour, what will you get? Nothing. Right? Or you can choose to take a leap of faith. Just test it out to see if it's going to work for you, completely free of risk. And remember, guys, our philosophy is if you aren't happy for any reason, do the work. You can get 100% of your money back. And I really mean when I say, if I'm not making you money, I do not want your money. And so the real question is this: is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it only does half of what I planned today, it will literally pay for itself tenfold. And guys, a common excuse I hear with FBA, with Amazon FBA, is that people don't know how to find winning products. And I tell them, I literally made an entire module with hours and hours of content and video content showing directly over my shoulder how I find winning products using out-of-the-box creative strategies that no one else is teaching anywhere. And I share my exact formula that you can copy exactly to find your own products to sell every single time, like clockwork, home run products that are going to make you money selling on Amazon. And I usually never offer this course for the price we're making available for you right now, but because you've invested this time with me on this training today, you've really proven to me that you want to get results. You want to make this work. And so, just to put things in perspective, if you were to hire me, or a professional with years of experience to do this for you, that could easily cost $25,000 or more, right? But because you're learning how to do it yourself, and because I'm giving you all of the tools and the resources to make it happen fast, you aren't going to pay anywhere near that. And once you guys have this knowledge, it becomes so much more valuable, right? I've had tons of students who started their own consulting businesses who are now pulling in $250 an hour, $500 an hour, or even $1,000 per hour just to teach the things that they've learned from my course. Right? And when you're making $1,000 in 1 hour from what you've learned in this course, all of a sudden this seems like pretty much the best investment you could possibly make in yourself, joining the Amazon FBA Ninja X Masterclass today for less than that. And I think some of you guys are starting to get really excited about this because, think about it. How would you like to be our next biggest student success story? How would you like to get a direct deposit from Amazon directly sent into your bank account for $50,000 cash in just 2 weeks running an Amazon FBA business? Because my students are doing this. And I showed you multiple students who are making $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month, over $10,000 in a day, even over $100,000 in 1 month, guys. And can you see yourself being our next success story? Do you think you have what it takes to do that? Because habits are really hard to change, right? I can leave the training right now. I can go enjoy the rest of my day because, I've already put the work in with Amazon. This is already working for me, right? This is not about me. This is about you. And if you leave right now and you don't take action, you might think you learned a lot of cool stuff, but my guess is that tomorrow morning, you'll have already slipped back into your normal routine. Am I right? You would just do what you've always done because that's what most people do. But because I actually care about you making real change in your life and I want to be your coach and your friend and your mentor, I don't want to let that happen. I'm not going to let you go back to your old habits like that. I'm going to make sure that you're successful by breaking them. And if you want real lasting change, you need repeated exposure to our exact blueprint that so many other students have proven successful in the past. And that's exactly what you're going to get if you decide to invest in yourself today. And if you haven't already signed up, you're probably thinking one of a few things. First, you might be thinking you're not technical enough, or you won't be able to figure out how to find home run products or advertise correctly, or that you just can't afford it. And guys, we spend the first half of the course showing you exactly step by step how I use the strategies that I use to find hugely profitable products for my own Amazon business again and again and again. That even someone who has never even heard of Amazon or Amazon FBA or selling products on the internet would have absolutely no problem at all following step by step. Or, you might be thinking you've tried creating an e-commerce business, but you just haven't been able to make it work, right? Maybe you've had some experience with Amazon FBA or Shopify or e-commerce in the past, but you just haven't gotten the results that you wanted from it, right? So don't worry at all about that, because this course is not only for beginners, but it's also for intermediates, and it covers advanced topics on how to make any Amazon FBA business profitable and how to use my exact multi-million-dollar strategies and apply them to your business today with real actionable tips, right? Nothing high level, real actionable tips. Or maybe you're thinking to yourself that you don't have what it takes to run your own business, or you might fail and have to go back to your 9-to-5 job. But this is why I've spent longer creating the Amazon FBA Ninja X Masterclass than anything else I've ever done in my life. This is literally my life's work. I've poured my heart and my soul into this. I share my exact templates I use to find new products. I share my exact world-class, manufacturer's templates. I share exactly how I negotiate the lowest prices for shipping and freight forwarding, and how I can personally guarantee you that if you follow our blueprint exactly and you do your due diligence correctly, that your first product will be a huge success using our patented ninja strategies. Or you might be wondering how long you have access to the masterclass. Well, guys, you have access to it forever, right? This is not a monthly payment. We're never going to charge you anything else. Literally, it is one payment of only $9.97 today, and you get unlimited lifetime access to our program, to our private community, right? Our private family, and all future updates. If Amazon ever decides to change anything, you get that all completely for free. And remember, guys, all of the students that we discussed today, and thousands more of my students, are people who started and used our resources, right? First generation from scratch, Amazon sellers, and now it's your turn. Because here's what I know about you. You're just as smart as these people are, and you're just as capable as them. And you deserve it, right? But there are a few things that you want to keep in mind. We can agree on one thing, right? And it's this. It's not what this course costs you. It's what it can give you in exchange for your investment. And this is the reality as I know it, right? If I had a crystal ball that showed you your future 6 months from now, and you were $50,000 richer than you are today, with the only way to get there was if you invested $10,000 with me. You would give me $10,000 right now if you knew for certain that was the case. So I know it's not about money, especially when I can literally basically guarantee you profits when you say yes to what I have for you today, and if you're willing to put in the work, right? So it's not about money. What is it then? It can be boiled down to a single word. And are you ready for it? Because the word is belief. Right? If you don't believe me, you're saying, Kevin, this sounds too good to be true. You say that the testimonials are fake, right? They're made up, they're doctored, they're misrepresented, they're manipulated. Is the belief in me, or is it something more? Is the belief in yourself, right? You don't believe in you. You say, well, they did it, but. And there's that stupid word, but, right? That excuse, right? Can you do it? Here's what I believe. I believe that you can. And that's why I want you to sign up right now. Let's quit screwing around. Let's do the thing we know needs to be done. And when you do, you're also going to have the single greatest advantage available to Amazon sellers that you could ever possibly hope for when you sign up through our special exclusive offer right now. So here's what you need to do right now. You need to click the button that's on your screen and sign up if you want to lock in and guarantee you're going to have the best resources that you've ever seen for your success as an Amazon seller. See, when you sign up, you have a lot of awesome things in your corner that are backing you up and cheering you on as you move forward with your success. You have our family community. You have our members area where you can watch all the videos and claim your exclusive bonuses if you decide to join today. On every single device that you have, you can watch it from your iPhone, you can watch it from your iPad, whatever the case may be, you can watch it. You get the private student group with thousands of other students who are making this work, backing you up and keeping you company and answering your questions with me every single day. Once you sign up, you're going to see them, right? This private family group is where the testimonials came from that you saw today. That's where we help each other be even more successful together. You get access to all of this pretty much automated. Once you click that button on your screen, you get full details. If you join right now, your bonuses will be automatically added. And as of right now, guys, we still have space for all 3 bonuses. But don't wait. Hit that thing right now. Let's quit playing around. Let's get real with what our future is going to look like financially. How much does it take to get started on Amazon, right? Initial inventory and shipping, and that is the only expense. And I'll tell you guys, most people start with a few $1,000s. I've seen people get started with $0. They've taken the techniques that they learned in our resources, right, and going through the Amazon Ninja X Masterclass course, and they partnered with somebody else. They got somebody else to put up for the inventory initially, and they did the marketing, or they did what Brad did out in Thailand. They borrowed the money and made that money back 100-fold, right? And if you want this bad enough, you can find a way to do it. If you don't want this bad enough, then you don't want to be wealthy bad enough. I'm just telling you, right? I'm just telling you, you can find a way or you can make an excuse. But if you make an excuse, you make excuses. You don't make money, and that's about it. I'm just giving you the average kind of investments up front. Do you need a domain? No. Do you need your own web hosting? No. Do you need your own marketing tools? No. Everything that you need is right there on your screen. Click that button to get started. And here's what's most important to understand. Those who deserve wealth find a way to make it happen. Even if there are challenges in the way, right? There's a key ingredient that you need, and we take care of the rest. Do you feel like you deserve to be wealthy? I'm going to tell you, this is my own belief as I know it on this earth. It is my belief that every single one of us was created with unlimited potential and ability inside us. So when I look at you and I think about you, I see somebody who has unlimited potential. So of course you deserve to be wealthy, and if you truly believe that yourself, if you really do believe that, look deep down in your soul and ask yourself, do I deserve it? Right? And then the other step is, do you want to make a way? Do you want to find a way to make it happen? Right? Do you have those two things? Are you willing to do it even if it's going to be hard? Are you willing to do it if there's challenges in the way? Would you be willing to do it then? If so, you have everything you need, because I have the rest of it, right? I have the how, I have the what, I have the resources, I have the tools, I have the community, I have the track record with thousands of proven results from my students and more every single day. I have everything else I could possibly do in my willpower to back you, but I'm asking you to do something for me, right? To A, accept that you deserve to be wealthy, and B, that you are willing to put the work in. Because some of that work, most of that work actually, is going to be right now. Figuring out how to put the funds in place and getting out of your own way and just moving forward. You say, Kevin, I don't have time, right? It's not about how much time you have. It's what you do with the time you have. No matter how little you may think that you have, because Brad or Matt, who used to be a Marine and now makes $150,000 a month, didn't say, I don't have time. Matt said, I'm in. Right? 27 days after his product goes live, he says, I officially made more in profit today than I made from my paycheck for my entire work week. And do you know how phenomenal of a feeling it is when your part-time Amazon business makes you more in a day than your full-time job makes you in a week? Because it's not about time. One of my students, Drew, who has a full-time job, 10 hours a day, 60 hours a week, got a little part-time thing, making him more than his full-time job, $25,000 a month. This is not about time. This makes time. If you keep doing what you've been doing, do you magically think you're going to have more time one day, and then on that day, one day you're going to actually do this? No, quit lying to yourself. That's a lie. And if I'm pushing on you right now, it's because I care about you. Because I know there's nothing else I can put in front of you that has 1/10 of the power that this has that I'm putting in front of you right now. This is my life's work. This is the totality of everything I've worked on in my professional career. And I'm able to sum it up and put it in front of you right now, but you have to do your end. You've got to go click that button you see right there on your screen to join our family, because once you sign up, you get all of these resources that we've talked about. You get the best course on the market backing you right when you hit that button on your screen. Because if I think back, I had a million reasons not to do this. We all do. There's no perfect time to take a risk and to become an entrepreneur. Because I remember Drew telling me, even with extensive travel over the last few years, that he built a retirement income that most people would probably give anything for to have as a regular annual income, and that they were cutting back on travel this year. And this was just funny to me. They were cutting back on travel to concentrate on building a multi-million-dollar empire to pass on to their heirs. And you know what I call that? That's what I call the why, right? I call that a legacy why. And here's a statistic for you. Did you know most people who walk this earth within 2 generations of their death, they will be completely forgotten, right? Their name will never be spoken of again. They will never be thought of again as a person, right? They will pretty much be wiped out from all history and existence within 2 generations. And that is insane if you think about it. It's depressing if you think about it. Or you can say, what can I do to be remembered way beyond my own time on this planet to create that legacy, to build something that when I die lives on? Wouldn't that change things for you? And not just to do a stupid little Amazon business, not to sell products on a website, right? That's a small why. a big why to create a legacy, to create an empire, to pass on to the next generation, if you approach it that way and then you provide it with the best resources imaginable, how would that actually change things for you? And when you take that, the best, that fire, that's your why, and then you take our offer, which you can get at the button on your screen, and then you add gasoline, we're going to take that fryer, we're going to ignite it for you, and we're going to get it burning, and then we're going to take a huge dump truck full of gasoline, and we're going to pour it on. And I'm going to answer a couple more questions before we close up this webinar forever, guys. One of the questions that I keep getting comes up all the time. I live outside of the USA. Will this work for me? Absolutely a resounding yes, right? We have had customers from, I believe the last count was something like 80 different countries who have been doing this business successfully. It does not matter where you live. And so if it doesn't matter where you live or where you work, you can do this, right? You can sell products on Amazon.com. You can also sell your products outside of the USA in other Amazon marketplaces, which leads me to the next question that's been asked a couple of times. Can I sell things on Amazon in the UK and other countries? Another resounding yes, right? In fact, one of the big improvements that's been made in our most recent release of the Amazon Ninja X Masterclass course, which is, again, brand new, we talk about selling on different marketplaces, right? And now Amazon.com in the USA marketplace is by far the largest, has the most customers, most traffic, most sales, biggest revenue numbers. But the other marketplaces are growing significantly every single day. And the beauty about the other marketplaces is they are much, much less competitive, right? They're easy. They're easy to rank your products in some categories, depending on the category, and starting to make money right away. And so you have an option. You can do one or you can do both. You can sell in the Amazon UK, in the United Kingdom. You could sell on Amazon.com in the USA. So again, it doesn't matter where you are, where you live, and where you want to sell. This is going to be covered. All of it is going to be covered if you decide to join today. And so another question that I get is, I'm not technical at all. Do you think I can be successful with this? And the answer, again, is a resounding yes, right? We have a 65-year-old woman in our course named Terry, and she's one of the funniest people that I know, right? She's also one of the least technical people that I know. She, up until very recently, did not even know how to take a screenshot. And I make a little bit of fun of her because I love her, but she literally, to take screenshots, would put her cell phone to the computer screen and take a picture, and then she'd send me a picture, and that's how she sent me her screenshot. So she's not technical at all, but she's doing very well selling on Amazon. It's really changed her life. And so it doesn't matter how technical you are because we teach you step by step. And really, there isn't a whole lot of technology. And the little bit of technology that's involved, we teach you step by step inside of our private membership area. And so you're not going to have any issues at all with that. And so another question that I hear all the time, Kevin, I don't have any experience selling anything online, but I want to. How do I get started? At one point in time in our lives, none of us had experience with walking or talking, right? I don't think anyone here was born knowing how to walk and talk and communicate. And if you were, you didn't know how to dance. And if you did, you didn't know how to drive, right? So many things in your life that are infinitely harder to do than what we teach you here with selling on Amazon, you'll learn how to do largely through just because you wanted to do it, right? And so your parents might have helped you a little bit learn how to walk and crawl, but for the most part, you just did it, right? You just kept moving forward with it, and it happened one day. And so the best thing about this is if you had no previous experience, I envy you tremendously because when I started with my no experience, I only had opportunities that were 1/100th as good as this one, right? And with a small fragment of what this one has for you in terms of resources, and I made it work. And when I made it work, that required an almost inhuman amount of effort and focus and sacrifice to make it work, but I wanted it, so I made it work. And so in this particular case, it's a lot lower of a barrier to entry, right? It's a lot less effort involved. It's a lot more reward, but you have no experiences. Yes, you will have to gain the experiences like you did when you learned how to walk, right? The good news here is it's easy to gain experience because most of our people, they have no technical experience or no business experience. Usually, it's all of it, right? They have nothing other than the desire, and then when we give them the gasoline, and their desire is their fire, and our gasoline is this, offer that you see right in front of you, and if you sign up today, we're going to pour it on, right? Because Terry, my favorite 65-year-old woman in our course, not only is she not technically capable, she never had any business experiences at all, right, before. And she went out and she made a success out of it because you don't need a college degree to sell on Amazon. She had no experience selling anything, not just online, but anything, period. Which is pretty awesome because now she's very, very excited about her business. It's truly amazing what a new outlook on life this has given her. And I'm just so proud of her and so proud of what she's been able to do. right? And this is why we push people really hard to sign up for this program, because it's not just Terry, my favorite 65-year-old, or Matt, my favorite Marine, or Brad, my favorite English teacher. It's other family members, it's friends, countless friends that I've put through the program whose lives have been changed for the better, right? People in my hometown that I know very well whose lives have been completely changed and who are in a much better place financially because of it. And we'll take a couple more questions. Another common question that I'm seeing is, do I get to set up a corporation or LLC to do this? And the answer is absolutely not. It is an option, and we actually discussed some of this in our bonuses, whether you should set this up or not. But, you know, at some point in the future, as your business grows, it's probably a good idea, right? Your accountant would likely tell you to do it and something you should consider, but it's not something you need to worry about on day one. Does it offer additional protection from liability, you know, in the 1% or the 0.1% chance that you might need it? Sure. But do you need it on day one? Absolutely not. Oh, I love this question. I really wish I could do this, but I really don't have the money. So, you know, it's not actually a question, it's a statement. Okay, so I really wish I could do this, but I don't have the money. Do you know what a wish is, right? That's the first thing I would throw back onto you. Anybody here who says, I don't have the money, it is a wish to you, right? Your financial success is only a wish to you, and wishes are worthless when it comes to creating actual results. You can wish and you can hope or you can plan, right? Wishing is not a plan, though. What is a plan? My question to you would be this. The first question I always ask is, if you had the money, then would you do it? Right? Let me ask everyone who's watching right now who thinks money is stopping them, because most of you are lying to yourselves. It's not the money that's the problem, right? So let me ask you this question. If you had the money, would you do this, right? And answer in the chat right now. If you had the money, would you sign up right now? All right, because you know, I'm not looking in the chat box right now, but okay, here, let me look. I literally see 100% of people saying yes right now. I haven't seen a single no. All right, so let me say this another way. $997. Look around your house. I guarantee you have stuff around your house that you don't need right now you could sell and come up with that money. I guarantee you, if you looked at your bank account or your savings account or the extra limit you have on your credit card, you have that space on your credit card right now to make a go at this, right? And if you don't have that, you have a friend who cares about you deeply, that if you went to and said, do you really care about me? If so, I need you to help me, right? And that friend would have a credit card or a bank account or something with that amount of money that you needed. And I'm not saying, you know, here's a franchise that's going to cost you $750,000. If you wanted to get into the Dunkin' Donuts business, right? You know what Dunkin' Donuts is. It's a chain that sells, you know, even worse coffee than Starbucks and donuts and stuff like that. It's basically a worse version of Starbucks. But if you wanted to get into the Dunkin' Donuts business, it would cost you $750,000 for a franchise, right? And only then after you pass their approval process, because they don't just take anybody. If I was pitching you a Dunkin' Donuts franchise and I said, it's $750,000, I would then believe you if you said to me, Kevin, I don't have the money, because you probably don't have $750,000 worth of stuff that you could liquidate, you know, take a loan, take to a pawn shop, hawk it, trade it, do whatever you needed to do to get $750,000, right? I don't think you could call a friend and borrow $750,000 from them. I don't think you could ask for a raise of your credit card limit, right? I would be sympathetic to you in that situation, and I would say, okay, I get it. This is only for a limited amount of people. But I'm only talking $997. So goal number one is figure out how to get the money, because I know each and every one of you, if you truly want to do this, okay, by the way, it's okay if you don't, right? If you're treating your financial success as a hobby, then yeah, there's no reason for you to go out of your way to figure out a way to get signed up, because if this is a hobby for you, this isn't real to you, right? Or if you've got a lot of money from an inheritance, which then, by the way, you would have the money to do this, so that's just a dumb idea, but let's just humor me here for a second. What if you were already financially independent and you were like, yeah, maybe I'll do this as well, right? Yeah, then you necessarily wouldn't have to sign up for this, because it wouldn't be a big deal for you whether or not you did it, right? But if you're saying, Kevin, I stare at the ceiling at night because I'm concerned about how I'm going to be able to provide for myself and for my family, you say, Kevin, I'm scared what the next 15 years of my life is going to look like, because if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to live on my own in 15 years without getting a handout from somebody, or, you know, having to depend on someone else, a drain on someone else in order to get by, right? If you're saying, Kevin, my future financially and personally is unclear and I'm in a dangerous position, right, then it's not okay for you to set this aside and do nothing with it, and it's going to hurt. I'm not pretending that this is not going to be hard for you. I'm not pretending that this is not going to be a challenge for you. You're not going to have to dig in and get uncomfortable, but let's work together to figure out how to make sure that this isn't like every other opportunity you've ever signed up for before. Because the chances are this isn't the first time that you've been presented with an opportunity like this, and the chances are you've spent money in the past with opportunities to supposedly change your financial situation, and now you might not have anything to show for it, right? And now I get that, but this is different. Obviously it's different. I don't even have to tell you that it's different. You know it's different. You can feel it, how different this really is, right? But all of what I've said, I really wish my circumstances were different. I wish I had more money, so then it wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be a strain on my wife and my relationship to make this work. Here's my theory. The harder it is for you to get started, the more likely it is that you are going to be successful. And I want you to write that down. The harder it is for you to get started, the more likely you are to be successful, because that effort to get going is momentum. That bleeds right into your Amazon business. If it was so easy for you, if you didn't even have to think about it and you push this button and you already signed up, you'll probably be successful. It'll probably take you a little longer, and it probably, won't be as big of a success as some of these other people. But when you have to dig deep or borrow it from a loved one or literally sell stuff around your house or go to your parents or your brother to borrow the money, now you're financially obligated to them, right? Boom. Multi-million dollar business. Or when you're Brad and you have to borrow $5,000 to get started selling on Amazon as an English teacher in Thailand, and you're obligated to the bank or your credit card, boom, massively successful business, because you're financially responsible for your own success. And the more people that you bring in, the more responsible that you are for your success, and the more successful that you'll be. And, responsibility is a no-no word, right? If you study people who teach you how to sell products, teach you how to sell information products like on webinars or trainings, people say, never tell people about responsibility. People don't like to take on responsibility. They'll say, use the famous line, it's not your fault. I'm here to tell you that it is your fault and that you need to take on responsibility. If I care about you, this is what I'm going to tell you, right? It is your fault. However you got to wherever you are today, it is your fault. How you got there, because you're in control of your results, right? But the past is over. The future is now. So your success in the future is also going to be your fault. And so let's do it on purpose now. Let's make success happen on purpose. And the more responsibility that you put out there, the better you're going to be. And so I get it. This is going to be hard. This is a challenge. If it wasn't a challenge, it wouldn't be worth doing. The hard part is not business. The business is the easiest part you'll ever see. The business is the easiest damn thing that exists out there. The hard part is getting out of your own way, getting over yourself, getting your ego out of the way, sucking it up, making it happen, even if it resolves some creativity on your part to make it happen, taking responsibility. That is the hard part. The business, that's the easiest part. The business is like flipping a light switch on. The hard part is walking across the room and getting the courage to flip on that light switch. But I'm telling you, we're going to be with you. We're going to be responsible with you. It's all there for you. There's no downside. There's only upside. This is like tails you don't lose, heads you win a lot, right? So go click that button right now so we can start winning together. And, one of the last common questions that I'm going to answer before we end this forever, guys, and this offer is gone for good. I don't have the time, right? I'm too busy right now with other things that I'm doing. Can I do this in the future? I mean, yeah, there's 150 ways that I can make and handle that because it's such a weak excuse. But what I love about, time is it's the only thing that is truly equal and distributed fairly to every single person on the planet. 24 hours a day, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 minutes or 60 seconds in a minute, right? You can't argue with time. Money, yeah, we all have a different sum of money in our bank accounts, right? Abilities, I was born with different genetic abilities than you, right? I was born with different genetics than you were, unless we're twins, right? But even then, two twins end up completely different depending on the environment, depending on the surroundings, on a whole bunch of other factors. And everybody else we have in this world is completely different except for one thing, and that is time. That is the only equalizer on this earth. The same amount of time you are where you are right now, not because of a lack of time, period. The same exact amount of time got you where you are right now, not because of a lack of time, period. Okay? It's what you're doing with your time that's determining where you're at right now. So that's the logical explanation, that every single one of us has the time if we make the time, because all of us can make the time because we're all drawing from the same amount of time in the first place. And here's what I found. When I use this example, it doesn't really land really well because it's too logical, right? It's too intellectual. It's not really real enough for most people. So let me put it another way, all right? whatever you're doing right now with your time is clearly not serving you the best that it could be, because it's not giving you the result that you want. And how do I know that to be true? If you're totally fulfilled with your life, you would not be on this training right now. And that's just honesty. If you had everything that you wanted out of life, you wouldn't need to be seeking to add new things to it, to learn new ways, to make more money, to increase the pleasure and the benefit in the long term, right? You're here today because you were looking for something. You're seeking something out, and so that's what I know about you, right? So whatever you're currently using with your time right now to get it, you're not doing it as well as you could be. So here's what I love to do. What are the 3 things, right, and this is a great exercise, what are the 3 things you find yourself doing on a consistent basis that take up a majority of your time? I want you to write them down. And if you don't want to write them down, just think about them, right? What are the 3 things that you find yourself doing that take up the consistent basis and the majority of your time, right? The 3 things. And I want you to, think about number 1, think about number 2, think about number 3, and whatever the 3rd thing is that takes up the most amount of your time, I want you to cross it out with a gigantic black X, and I want you to write the Amazon Ninja X Masterclass. That's what you're doing, and it's placed instead. I'm not telling you to work any harder than you're already working. I'm not asking you to spend more time than you're already spending. Doing that, I'm literally just taking something you're already doing, and in that time, right, the least effective thing that you find yourself doing, we're going to replace it. And this isn't rocket science, right? This isn't hard. You don't need to be creative or inventive or even think particularly hard. Amazon's all about, you wake up one day and say, wow, I need a new speed jump rope, and then you buy it. Or you wake up one day and you say, wow, I need a new measuring tape, and then you buy it, right? Anywhere you could sell those speed ropes, and any one of you can go sell those measuring tapes, or any of the millions and millions of products that exist out there, and it's literally a turnkey system, and it scales, and it can continue to scale. A business from scratch, in less than a year, Matt the Marine did, and now he's making over $150,000 a month. And that should not even be possible in this world, but it is, right? And now here's the cool thing. I get to meet with him and his business partner. Their whole business is run by other people. They don't even do much in their own business. It's so turnkey that they have other people doing, the work in their own business for them. And now I recommend you do what they did, right? You start out yourself, you learn the ropes, the ins and outs, and then very easily you can replace all the time you put in there with other people. And, you can't do that with really any other business online. Every other business online seems to be a job in disguise, right? This is the exception to that. This is the thing that's going to make you more time. And if you don't have money, this will make you the money. If you don't have time, this will make you the time, right? All you have to do is just click the button and sign up right now. And I've talked to so many customers who either couldn't or weren't going to sign up at first because they're worried about time, or people that signed up and later wanted to kind of, give up the business because they didn't think they had the time. One of them I'll never forget. Her name was Britt. And so I called her and I talked to Britt and I said, so you don't have the time to start on Amazon. Why not? And she explained to me, I'm really busy on my SEO business. And I said, so do you like doing your SEO business? And she said, no, I hate it. I hate dealing with clients. And I said, Britt, so why are you so focused on your SEO business? And she said, well, because it pays the bills. And I said to her, okay, that makes sense, right? But what if you didn't have to worry about your SEO business anymore? What if you were able to, in a matter of 30 to 90 days, not 6 months, not a year, not 2 years, build a business that could allow you to never have to work on your SEO business again? She said, man, that would be wonderful. So I explained to her that I've had several other people that I've worked with who legitimately did not have a lot of time. I mean, you can build this business on very little time. Of course, if you only have 2 hours a week, then it's going to take you, 3 to 4 months. But in 3 to 4 months from now, you will have a business that is up and running, that's going to start making you money. And you think about it, if I tell you, hey, it's going to take you 3 to 4 months to start making money, it's like, wow, that's such a long time. I don't want to wait that long. But 2 years from now, you're going to look back and have a very successful business that's just generating you income month after month after month. And it's an asset that you can sell. And you can look back and you say, well, it took me 3 to 4 months to build it, but it's not going to seem like anything at all, right? And you're not going to look back and say, well, it took me 3 to 4 months to build it, right? It's not going to seem like anything at all. The problem is that if you wait to start, if you say to yourself, well, I'll do it next time, or I'll do it in a few months from now, or I'll start in the future, when you get to that point in the future, you could already be there. Right? And at that time, you're going to have to invest more time, and it's going to be more months past that. So that doesn't make any sense to wait. It does not matter how much time you have available. You can do this program in 2 hours a week. That is like 20 minutes a day. You can get up 15 minutes earlier. You could go to bed 15 minutes later, and that's all it takes. You can do that 6 days a week, and that's an hour and a half to 2 hours right there, 15 minutes a day. And the video trainings are very, very short, and you watch a video and you do a little bit of work and you move on to the next video the next day or the next week or whatever it takes, right? This is not a race, guys. You're not here to create, to take advantage of a quick money making, right? It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not that, right? And I've pretty much tried every business online you could possibly imagine. I've done affiliate marketing, Shopify, I've created ad agencies, I've made blogs, I even made an iOS app, and I have never, ever in my entire life seen anything that even comes close to the opportunity that is in front of you right now, which is why in all these years that I've been doing business online, I have never, until this opportunity came up, I had never talked to any friends or family about what I did, nor did I try to convince them to build a business online themselves. But when this opportunity came up, when we experience the power of what it is to be able to create a private label product and sell it on Amazon and build a brand that is that valuable, that is an asset that has value, generating assets from thin air, because the money that we make from ourselves is great. The profit is great, month in and month out, right? And the fact that we have an asset that has value that we can either leave to our children or sell is just absolutely incredible. So when I saw this and experienced it firsthand, I just couldn't keep it from the people that I love, the people that I personally care about. I absolutely pushed them, and I pushed them hard. And in some cases, I lent people money, people that I cared about, right? I lent them money so they were able to do it because they couldn't afford it, and they committed to me that they were going to do it and they were going to change their lives. So it doesn't matter how long it takes you, whether it takes you 3 weeks because you can spend 5 hours a day, or whether it takes you 3 months because you can only spend 2, right? 3 hours a week. You just have to do this. If you are looking to change your financial future, if you're looking to build a real, scalable, sustainable business, this is what's going to do that. I know of nothing else, and I've been doing business online for many, many years, and I've never seen anything like this. So somebody is asking here, I like to do this business with my son, right? This is another wonderful, wonderful thing about this business model. We have so many father-son, mother-son, wife, husband, grandmother, granddaughter, combos. This is an amazing, amazing business to involve your family members and your kids with. We have so many parents in our group who have been involving kids in their business and getting kids to understand, what private labeling is, what business is, how to sell on Amazon, how to source products, how to find product opportunities. There's no better education that you can give to your kids than teaching them this business model and having them do it with you, right? It's a wonderful business opportunity to pursue with your family members. So I think, we've addressed the time, we've addressed the money situation, and at the end of the day, it all comes down to belief. You either don't believe me, you think there's some sort of trick or some sort of gimmick, or you think I'm just trying to get your money, right? But guys, we've been doing this for years. You can look at our reputation out there. That is absolutely the real deal, and I get it. The internet is a scary place. It's very difficult to tell who's real and who's faking results, but I'll tell you something that you can't fake. You can't fake the largest Amazon Facebook group in the world, right? My picture is in the cover photo. Everyone sees that. Right? Think about what Facebook is. It's literally designed to prevent spam and fake accounts, right? Or any type of fraud. It's coded by some of the smartest people in the world to do that. You can't fake the largest YouTube channel in the world devoted to Amazon. And you can't fake numerous in-person events attended by hundreds of my students, literally inside of my home for one of them. If I was scamming people, or if this was fake, do you think that I would have hundreds of my students inside of my own home? Or the disbelief is in yourself. You don't believe that you're going to be able to follow through the training, which is nuts. Because if you don't believe that, you're screwed. You're so screwed in this world when it comes to financial success. And, that's honestly heartbreaking because you're going to have to follow somebody's training at some point. And I know it's not going to be as good as this training. And you're going to have to utilize and understand and learn and deploy resources sometime in the future to make your wealth, right? It's not just sitting there, and it's not going to just show up for you in your life. You have to do something to get it, right? So that is a prerequisite for wealth. And you're going to have to use the resources to transmute your energy into wealth. That is not optional, right? That is a requirement. And if you can't do it for this, you can't do it for anything. And I'm sorry to say that to you, and break that to you, but that's just how it is. That's just the way things are, right? So I'm telling you, believe in yourself enough. Give this a go. You don't have to 100% believe in yourself. I don't even 100% believe in myself, and I'm pretty confident in my abilities, right? I always have a little bit of self-doubt like everyone does. It's not that we get rid of self-doubt. It's that we do it anyways, and we have just enough belief, right? A kernel, a seed of belief. And when you have us in your corner, and on top of that, backing you, you have the Amazon FBA Ninja X Masterclass in your corner. And on top of that, you have the community backing you. And we've brought in all of the best players. And let's be clear, right? I'm gonna wrap this up right now because I want to welcome all of the people who decided to join our family today and take advantage of all of our bonuses that will be gone forever the second that this training ends. I want to make you a promise. And that promise is, if the discounts you get and the cost savings from using my freight forwarders and my product photographers don't save you the entire cost of the course on your very first order, then I'll give you your money back, because if I'm not saving you money and making you money, then I don't want your money. But if I'm going to do that for you, you have to do something for me too. You have to believe in yourself enough for me, and you have to do whatever you have to do to get the money in place to make a go at this right now. And for every step forward you take, we'll take 10 steps on your behalf. Take 2 steps forward and we'll take 20. You take 10 steps forward and we'll take 100 steps for you, okay? And that's because we have the desire for you to have that wealth. That's your fire, and we'll pour the gasoline on it and we'll create something glorious together. So go click the button on your screen right now so we can get started. And if anybody has any questions that went unanswered or needs assistance signing up, just drop them in the chat because we are about to wrap this thing up. We're going to be here to assist you, to help you answer those questions. And again, consider this very seriously. It has a significant impact on your financial future unlike anything else we have ever seen. And I've been doing business online, like I said earlier, for years now. And this is by far the most incredible opportunity that I've ever seen, which is why I've pushed my own family members and my friends to do this, and they are changing their financial futures. You get access to the masterclass for life, for this includes all updates completely for free forever. You'll never pay another cent. There's no future fees or charges. There's nothing like that. You literally will have a lifetime unrestricted access to the course and all future updates as often as I add, more content, sometimes as often as weekly, guys. Always staying up to date with the newest and best Amazon FBA strategies. And guys, like I said before, if you're not happy with the course for any reason, we have taken out all of the risk. You have a completely risk-free trial to make this work, so there's literally nothing stopping you other than being scared to make a real change in your life. And guys, this is your last chance. We officially have one more spot open for you to get all of the bonuses. And if you're hearing me say this right now, it doesn't matter if you're watching this live or on an encore replay. We set up our systems so that if you're watching this right now, the bonuses are still available, all 3 of them. And since you've stuck with me for so long, we're going to give you the bonuses to everyone, right? Everyone who is still here right now, there's literally, I'm removing all the final reasons. There's no reason at all for you to not join right now. But the second that this webinar ends, the bonuses will be gone forever. And remember, we have programmed our system. Even if you're watching an encore presentation, if you join the family right now, you're going to get access to all of the bonuses. Even if all of the slots are filled and you want to join right now, I will personally make sure and add the bonuses to your account myself. And if you're ready to take that next step towards being financially free forever, this is your absolute last chance to do it and to change your life forever. Because my one goal, my one mission, my life's purpose, and my true passion is making people take the steps to change their lives forever. And I really hope you enjoyed this training. I pour my heart and soul into every single one of these things that I do. And I hope you can tell by now that my one true purpose in life and passion in life is helping people be financially free and escape that anxiety and the depression that I felt working 80-hour weeks as an accountant, because it is not normal working 80-hour weeks. It is not normal working 80-hour weeks. And if you're tired of it, and if you're ready to make real change in your life, then stop procrastinating. No one can make this choice but you. No one can take the final step but you. And so if you're ready to make a massive, lasting change in your life and your family's lives, to live the life that you've always wanted to live, then click the button and join our family right now. Because the last thing that I will say to you guys as we end this training forever, and I can't explain to you how deeply I mean this, whether it's a conversation at a coffee shop, meeting the love of your life, or making a decision in the moment, even if you're scared or unsure to start the best opportunity to make money anywhere in the world, the number one thing that I've learned creating multiple 7-figure businesses in such a short amount of time is that sometimes the smallest decisions can make the biggest difference and completely change your life forever. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys inside of the family.